Probably peaking when everyone is sleeping on Tuesday, so I wanted to do this before all that. And there's an eclipse. I don't like to read at the exact moment of the eclipse, so hopefully doing well. Let me see if my chat is working. Hello, hello. Hi. Hi. How's it? It's Elvis Parsley's birthday weekend, so we've been partying hard here. Partying hard in Parsley Town, me and my bunnies. Hopefully you're doing well. Let me see if the chat, will somebody chat me? Whoever's here, hello, hello. Big love to you, Big hugs. And since it is Mercury retrograde and things are funny, I want to make sure that the live stream is coming through. So welcome to Magic Rabbit Tarot. I am Salena. I've been reading tarot for 30 years. Please chat me. Yes and no is free if you do it now before I get started. So today, as usual, full moon, I'm always meditating right before. She's always meditating right before I come on live and doing my prayers and so on. And today I meditated with the moonstone, as I always do for the noon full moons. And then I always pick fluorite for Virgo because this, especially all green fluorite, is so healing. It's one of the main crystals I use in my body grids when it comes to heart chakra healing. So I meditated with the green fluorite because I absolutely love this stone. Love it. It may not be technically a Virgo stone, but for me it was and always will be because it's healing and full of love, like the best part of Virgo, helper. So we're using the Ethereal Visions Luna Edition. We always do. I also mix in here the Dreamscape Oracle by Matt Hughes. And then, since we have an eclipse, let's just use this Kyle Gray's Divine Masters Oracle. It's pretty interesting, similar to my Light Oracle, not too different, a couple other deities, so I thought I'd check that out. And we'll just get started. So we always start with the sign that we're in, which is Virgo. Virgo. Let's see how the chatting is. So hold on, I got to get to myself and chat to myself from my account. Make sure it comes through. All right, this means we're good. I'm going to turn this off now. Okay, so let's get started with our all signs. So we start with the sign that we're in, and we go through till the end. How's your weekend been, guys? Like I said, it's Elvis Parsley's birthday this weekend, so it's been a lot of good times there. He got a willow ball for his birthday. Well, she needed a new hay barrel anyways, but I feel like we have to give her a treat if we give him a treat because she keeps track. We got him a willow ball, and of course bunnies always get a cake, but the cake is made out of things safe for bunnies. And this year, because Elvis is now no longer a baby bunny, we had to make the cake just all vegetables, no sweets in there. Okay, let's get going. So we'll start with Virgo and we'll go through the zodiac. There'll be short, brief messages. Please take them as they resonate. Mainly, I feel like you should check your sun, moon, and rising. You can also check your Venus and your North Node and all the other ways. So if you have any questions, yes and no is free. That's free for everyone. I don't give free tarot readings. I've been reading tarot for 30 years, and I'm a verified psychic and clairvoyant. So we only do free yes and no's, and that's to help the channel. And if you want a personal reading, I will stop the all signs reading and give it to you because you're the boss. You pay me. And I'm a real deal. So I only come on once or twice a week, and it's probably going to be less even in the next couple months. So got a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, so let's go. Let's do this. All right. So welcome, everyone. Here we go with Virgo. So this is for my Virgos and all Virgo placements. So how you doing, Virgo? Here's your full moon. Ooh, something changing. You're going towards the light. Scorpio, the light. This deck is so fat. This deck is so fat. I'm surprised it even fits in that box that it has, but it's nice to put the oracles in with the tarot because it's the same author and, you know. Anyways, here we go, Virgo. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node. Where are my Virgos at? I have a Virgo Mars. Hallelujah. Oh, that seems like a really annoying one because I'm so much of a perfectionist and very much like things in a particular order, but then I'm like, no, it's good. I notice stuff that no one else does. I'm very professional. I can like put shit in order. Here we go, Virgo. What do we have? Okay, so you might be seeing something right now, or this is what this full moon is illuminating for you. This is Leo's card, the Sun card. It's the happiest card in the tarot deck, so I'm loving that. predicting something about your happiness, or something is being illuminated about something that was disappointment. Ooh, disappointment. Ooh. Okay, I got this message for you. I think last time we did these readings, Virgo, in the new moon. No, wait. It was the new moon of Aquarius, yeah. So something and someone has been deceptive, and so you have made a judgment. Either this or your happiness hasn't turned out the way you wanted. And I don't know who this Selkie is, but this is literally the card, an oracle card of something not being what it appears. It's a story of kind of the mermaid, where you see one creature, it's a mythical creature who can, you know, pretend to be a woman when it's actually a seal most of the time. So you are realizing that someone or something has made a judgment because something was disappointing and deceptive. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Artist. Well, this is good. This is another oracle card here from Matt Hughes, and this is about creating. So although we are in a full moon lunar eclipse, I would suggest that this is saying that you need to maybe write down what you want next for your life. Maybe you thought happiness was one way and you're realizing it's another. Maybe you've put all of your eggs in one basket and you're like, hey, you know, I've been doing this thing over and over and over again, trying to make other people happy, and I can't. They're constantly disappointing me and it's deceptive. So this card of the Artist card is about you looking towards the future to see what will make you happy, right? So this is Hermes, and and he's writing down how he's going to get there, how he's going to fly through space. And underneath that is Six of Swords. Yeah, how are you going to get to calmer water after some deception, after some disappointment, after someone or something that you believed was going to make you happy? Could be a Leo involved in this. Yeah, and a decision. The Lovers, Gemini, and your ancestors are with you, Virgo. So someone or something has been a little disappointing. I feel like you're going to realize that. This is making sense because we have eclipse. It seems like eclipse season is all about these realizations. And because of this, you seeing that someone or something is deceptive, you're going to make a judgment call here. So yeah, getting to calmer waters and looking towards the future and making a decision. Hey, I'm protected. I know I can manifest something. All right, let's do this. So Virgo, what is your Divine Masters Oracle guidance? So you already got a lot of Oracle cards here, but you have two major arcana too. You realize that something isn't making you happy and it has been deceptive, or you've been deceptive with someone. Take it as it resonates. So let's get an Oracle card from the Divine Masters so you can get a little guidance on this, Virgo. Be different for everybody. How are you guys doing? How's your Sunday? Ooh, Commander Ashtar, leadership activation. Well, maybe that's it. Time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others. Ooh, maybe you've put all of your energy into something that hasn't really given back what you deserve. And you're now realizing it. Yeah, might have even put you through this 9 of Wands wounded warrior energy. So Commander Ashtar here. Again, these cards are something you should take with a grain of salt because there's a lot of theosophy in this and I don't really jive with it. But I try to read the message overall, right? Like, what's the point? So it says, time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others. Well, maybe you have been avoiding leadership because you've been afraid that you're going to disappoint people. It says your message, the Ashtar Command are here to help you bring the message that you have the ability to help others heal and evolve. Of course you do, Virgo, you're a healer. The challenges you are surmounting are opportunities to lead by example. Living honestly and sharing your truth has always been important to you, but now you're being given the opportunity to live your truth in the view of the world. Don't be afraid to take the lead. Ooh, to evolve into your leadership role, you have assumed the position in the world. Well, there may be a leader that you're already like disillusioned with and you're thinking, well, gee, I could do it better. Ideas, creativity, new technology are all. When it comes to forging new pathways, think of a future. What is this? What did I just say? Think of a future. Although we're in a full moon and that's not usually a manifesting time, I feel like this eclipse is revealing something to you about there's been some deception and disappointment, and now it's time for you to take the wheel. This is a time of evolution, so there's a good chance of resistance from old energies and ego. Yeah. What's going to prevent you from moving forward? Your fears, your resistance, your ego. Challenged or encounter growing pains, know that you're on the right path. Persevere. This is really good. So in this full moon eclipse, I feel like you are seeing something as it truly is. Revolution here. Revelation. There could be a revolution because of this revelation, Virgo. Something has been deceptive and disappointing, and you need to make a judgment call and take leadership in your own life. So write your future, Virgo. Looks good. I like this. Even though this is this hurts, maybe seeing someone as deceptive or disappointing than a judgment call. It's better to know now than continue to walk around. Why is my Queen of Swords in reverse? Ooh. Well, that popped out of nowhere. Maybe somebody is harsh with their words. Maybe there is somebody who cut you off, or now you're finally seeing why. Okay, moving on to Libra. Where are my Libras? Where are my lovely Libras? Libra. Where are you, you most beautiful babe? So this is for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. I'm a Libra North Node. Yay. All my Libras, where you at? You're gorgeous. Libra, the most attractive person in the room. All right, there's someone you're not talking to that you were faithful with. Let's see. Some cut off. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What do we have for Libra? What do we have for my Libras? Ooh, well, this isn't great. But it's what it is, right? 9 of Wands. Oh my God, 9 of Swords. What are you stressing out about, Libra? Okay, an apology or a belief in an Emperor? Wow, so this is Taurus card, Aries card, but it could just be you standing in your own masculinity, your own, I won't even say masculine, okay? I'm going to stop gendering these cards. Your own directive energy. Maybe there's an Emperor, a boss, or a counterpart, or even a parent in your life that's really stressing you out. Maybe they owe you an apology, or you have to apologize to someone. Interesting here, but it is definitely stressful. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands is like, I don't even want to look at this. This has already caused me enough pain. And maybe somebody wants to say they're sorry, or maybe you owe somebody an apology. Maybe your boss is stressing you out. Maybe you don't have a good relationship with your counterpart, but here we have the Hermit's card. Interesting. So we are in a Virgo full moon. It's time for you to look inward. You might have Virgo in your chart. I think it's time for you to look inward about something. I don't know. You might owe an apology, or there might be something in your relationship that you have to really review. And my relationship, it could be with a boss or a parent. And here we have the Sun card. Wow, what did I just say about Leo being there? And somebody holding back. Ooh, and now they want to explore, or you want to explore something. So something has been holding you back, I feel like, Libra, because you haven't, wow, and there's the Selkie again. So we could have a Libra-Virgo crossover, especially since we have Virgo right here. Something has been holding you back, and you know it. And I don't know if it's you holding back your own happiness. Maybe there's something you haven't told somebody. We do have the Page of Cups. Could be about children. So someone or something is holding back, and you need to go inwards. Maybe someone you haven't talked to in a while, or someone you've been waiting on an apology for, or just some nightmares about, I don't know, it could be childhood trauma too. And now you're going inward because you know it's time to heal something. So Libra, this full moon is illuminating a lot. Maybe why someone hold back, or why you've been holding back on your own happiness, and now you want to explore something, yeah, and move forward. So you could have not been telling somebody important in your life, or not staying in your own Emperor energy, right? Not speaking your truth, being too sweet, and this is stressing you out. It's better to be alone than it is to constantly compromise your values or your truth for something else. So take that as it resonates, Libra, because I don't know if this is you stressing or someone else, but your divine master's oracle is Isis, reclaiming magic. Woo! Call back your power and what's rightfully yours. Well, that's what I was just saying. It seems like something is out of balance when it comes to your power. And I don't know if that's with your father or someone who is in their strong masculine energy. A boss, something. You need to reclaim your own magic, though. So let's read the card here about Isis. So hopefully we'll have some people come on. I don't see anybody yet. Hello. Anyone, Bueller? It's been slow these last couple streams since I came out on Wednesday and there was no chat. Sorry about that. I had two people buy readings, and then I didn't know that and couldn't talk to them. Thanks, YouTube. Isis is one of the foremost goddesses of ancient Egypt. She's a high priestess goddess and a mother figure all in one. She's associated with the energies of moon magic, love, conquering the underworld. Your message, it's time to be your whole self. Well, maybe this is it. You haven't really stepped into your masculine power, expressed your truth, and now Spirit is saying it's time to go alone and review something. Why are you holding back from your power, Libra? Parts of you have been left behind are now ready to return. Well, maybe that's it. As a childhood, these childhood memories, parts of you that were sacrificed. If you feel something or someone has pushed you away from your most authentic self, the power of magic is guiding you to take these reins back in your hands. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from being who you're born to be. Yeah, let your voice be heard. Maybe you feel small in rooms. If you feel like you've lost or forgotten parts of yourself due to situations beyond your control, know that these fragments are not lost. You have to go find them. They're waiting for you to be reclaimed. Call back the fragments of your innocence. Hello, your gifts and talents. The powerful moment of spiritual awakening. Welcome home to yourself. Whoa, Libra, that's pretty deep. Maybe this is about you finally standing in this more directive energy that you have been outsourcing to other people, either through partnership or bosses or something. There's a lot of ways we can outsource our power. I don't want to list them, but it's essentially, we had the Sun card underneath this. I moved it. It's about you have been holding back from your own happiness, and now it's time to explore moving forward. You're getting these signs and synchronicities, it's time to follow your intuition. Okay, wow. Okay, Libra, let me know in the comments, what's that about? What are you holding back from? What stressed you out? Where have you been outsourcing any power or expecting others to maybe acknowledge you when you just need to acknowledge yourself? Okay, who's next? Scorpio! Scorpio! So Satnin, my magic rabbit who's sitting next to me on my bed. She's a triple Scorpio and I'm a Scorpio rising, so we love Scorpios. Scorpionic energy, I'm a triple Cancer, so yay. Yay! What do we have, Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Where you at, Scorpies? Hello to my Scorpios, my Scorpios. So let me know in the comments. Like I said, always check your moon, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio. What do we have, Scorps? Okay. An elephant, someone with an incredible memory. Something about memories. Ooh, with the King of Pentacles. Ooh, and an Empress and a Crossroads. Interesting. Okay, Scorpio. Well, I don't know if you're this Emperor. Oh, okay, could have a little bit of a Libra crossover or somebody who wants to apologize. This could be about children, since we have the King of Pentacles, which is typically associated with a masculine archetype of a husband or a business owner, right? An earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we have an Empress, Libra, Taurus here, and a Crossroads, and a memory, and a memory. So someone may be coming, guys, we are in Mercury retrograde, or you may be remembering something about your parents or someone from your past. So this Empress, she's the queen of all queens. And I don't know if this is you, or these are people that you knew, because then we have a memory coming through. Wow, I'm sounding like the sing-songy Dr. Seuss again. Two of Swords, a decision, a crossroads. Juicy. Oh, wow, Scorpio, so I'm getting some downloads. So this is about something to believe in, and right underneath that I have the Magician. So you manifested this so that you could move forward. Yeah, now there's going to be a decision that's going to bring justice into the situation. And a memory again, and this is like, be careful how you remember things. Whoa. So I don't know if someone was juggling you in the past and you had to make a decision to cut them off. They could be coming back around, Scorpio. I'm also getting that for some of you, it's like you can't forget somebody and you need to apologize. This could be a King of Pentacles person, maybe someone that you were in a long-term relationship, or your father's, mother's. We have Big Daddy Money and we have the Mother of All. So, and memories and a crossroads. And I don't know if there's children involved with this Page of Cups, or this is about an apology that's due, either from you or to you. But I see the Magician here, so I feel like you manifested it. Whoa, something you're very attracted to. How did I miss that? Something you're very attracted to, but was toxic, maybe? Maybe you were toxic? I don't know, Scorps. What is it? What is it, Satnin? Not this guy again, Commander Ashtar. What did I say about, we just had, this is about you stepping into your power, stepping into your leadership activation. Who do we start with? Virgo. So there could be a Virgo Scorpio crossover. Time to evolve. Trust your ability to guide others. This is about you not outsourcing your power. And in that reading, we had the Emperor. And now we're having the Empress. So this could be a divine counterpart collective, or this could just be different aspects of you, Scorpio. Are you loving? Are you caring? Are you grounded? What memories are disturbing you from the past, Scorps? It's time to take leadership here. You've got this. Trust in your own ability to guide others. Not only can you guide yourself, but you can guide others. So you may be stepping up in your business to take more of a leadership role or whatever you work in. But there is a crossroads, and if it's romance, maybe somebody's coming back to apologize, or maybe you need to apologize. Shoot. Let me know, Scorpio. Take it as resonates. Oh, there's heartbreak. Yeah, there's something heartbreaking. Could be around family issues. Yours or theirs. Stability. Yeah, you've been away from this person. Oh my God, the silence. Whoa. Okay, Scorpio, this is definitely someone that you haven't talked to for a while. Alrighty. There's going to be a decision that you have to make, though, because I did see that Two of Wands. So I always recommend forgiving people just for your own benefit. In fact, we should be working on forgiving and releasing, even if we don't ever hear that person's passed on. Why? Because who wants that gooky stuff in your mind space? Who cares about the other person? Like, it's about you. They have to forgive themselves for the shitty things they did. And then if you're in forgiveness and they're better, then, you know, then you can move on together. But anyways, moving on to Sagittarius. So hello, everybody. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the stream. I'm actually here for personal readings. I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30. I've been verified as a psychic and clairvoyant, and I'm here to do the all signs readings in this new moon in Virgo, which is happening in shortly, less than 48 hours. Okay. Boy, Sagittarius, you are trying to build a new beginning in something stable here, and it is stressing you out, and you're waiting for something to come in. It's a pretty strong message. You're trying to build something. The Architect card, I'm going to read it, but this is about you being the architect of your future, kind of knowing the which path to take through using your powers of intuition and divination. This is for some reason stressing you out because you're waiting for something to come in order for you to have this new beginning. Wow, but the scales are balancing here, Sagittarius. Interesting. I'm going to read these two because I feel like there's a deeper message. They're balancing. Ooh, after sadness. Yeah, that was the deeper message. So Sagittarius, I feel like some of you have really felt this Five of Cups for a while. But there's two cups behind here, Saggy. Maybe you had a falling out with friends. Something's taken a long time to sacrifice so that you could be happy. Whoa. And the scales is all about balancing out these scales, very much like the Libra energy of the Justice card. But the Architect is about you taking your power back. And for some reason, you don't feel like something's coming in because we have the Three Wands wondering, okay, I'm waiting for this new beginning and something stable, and yet it's not happening. So the Architect is a mysterious figure. Their eyes appear wide open, yet blurred by the state of flow. So it's almost like they're in a trance state. When the Architect begins a new idea, they close their eyes and give their creation from within. They have the item fully formed in their mind's eye. So maybe that's it. You're trying to manifest this thing, but it's not coming. Their hands are relaxed, releasing the energy of the Architect's design. The Masonic eye appears in the space between their hands. The symbol reminds the Architect of their ability to manifest their divine will. A butterfly hovers near the Architect's tattooed face, bringing new creations and designs their capabilities. What are you stressing out for? You can't both have this and that. So you can't stress and have the flow state come to you with abundant things, meaning create your own life and use your mental powers to manifest desires. Stop waiting for something to come in, baby. You got this. Don't wait for other people to give you what you want. Good luck. You'll be waiting forever. Right? Go create it. You're waiting for this new opportunity, this money. Go in and make it happen. Sagittarius is brilliant. They're like some of the richest signs. They usually just get bored with their project and sell shit off and start a new one. So that's incredible, right? So whether it's money or something, stability, maybe it's not about money. Maybe it's about stability. You're like, wow, I'm really waiting for this thing to balance out, but it's not. So Spirit is saying, go create it so it is balanced. It's not going to just magically happen. The magic is you doing the thing, Sagittarius. So that's for all Saggies. And so let me read the scales because that's the overall energy of the reading. So I feel like something is being balanced out here. Maybe you have been waiting for something and it's like, well, the conditions. So it says, listen to what's going on in the situation. Whoa. And make a decision to benefit your world. Bring proper judgment back into the world. Yeah. So this is about you balancing something out so that you can manifest what you want. And instead of being stressed, which is not great to manifest, you need to regulate your nervous system. Determining right from wrong. Oof. Let me read this again. Determining right from wrong requires an intricate skill. Not everyone could do, which she can. So this is about her. If you look closely, one seems higher than the other. Did the results bring positive or negative outcomes? Only history will tell. This could be something in the past that you were trying to architect, but you didn't do it with correct motivation. Or maybe someone else didn't, and they didn't get the result that they wanted. Okay, moving on. Let's do your Divine Masters Oracle. Sagittarius, what are you waiting on? You gotta create it. Maybe you're waiting on a job or something, and I don't know. Might not be in alignment if it's stressing you out. It's hard to get in the flow state. Ooh, Saint Germain, the Violet Flame. Alchemy, release the old, make way for the new. Wow. Well, maybe you're still holding on to something from the past, and that's why something new can't come in. Hello. So let's see what Saint Germain says. These are never in like the right place. It's going to be under like Germain or Saint, and I don't know. I'm going to look. So Sagittarius, I do feel like you need to take a little more time to balance out some scales. It could be energetically, and it could be just you speaking your truth in a way that's not harmful to others and brings peace to something, because something still isn't balanced out. Yeah, it's under Saint, not Germain, so now I got to go to the Saint part. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. This is the Count of Saint Germain was an 18th century European adventurer and alchemist. All right, so we have alchemy twice. So strong alchemy, turning shit into bliss, turning this into that. That's how you become a master alchemist, Sagittarius. Not by ignoring your feelings or bypassing the sensations in your body. Not by running off to the next distraction, but by alchemizing it. That's how you get what you want. You don't wait for something to come in. You're the one that's bringing the stuff in. It said during his life, he rubbed shoulders with some of the most elite members of European society, but his background was shrouded in mystery. The message, you are in a powerful vortex of transmutation. Whoa. Well, we are in eclipse season, Saggy. The violet flame of transformation is you. Wow. And all that is felt heavy, overwhelming, and dark is being transformed into opportunities. Wow. Past dramas and traumas are now being cleared from your energy. If you are concerned about how to move forward, know that willingness is enough and the universe will take care of you. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for that oracle. So you are literally transforming shit into bliss. Let's give a little clap to our Master Alchemist Sagittarius here and all Sagittarius placements. Surrender and release the old. So let go of the old you. In order for new to enter your life, you must make energetic space. Well, maybe this is it. You need to balance out something, all this sadness. Balance that out, right? It's taken a long time. But now you've had to sacrifice probably old, stupid narratives and people from your life that kept you trapped. I'm sorry, kids, but we can't become a different person if we're just hanging out with all the same mindsets. Nothing wrong with people. We love people, but who you surround yourself with matters. Know that what's happened to you will never define you, and you have the ability to surmount all that has held you back. I like this. This is a time of alchemy. So alchemy was repeated about 3 or 4 times in this Sagittarius. That's my business, Architects of Alchemy. That's what I do for a living, is I help people alchemize shit, because I have been through some shit. All the shits. I've turned them all into bliss, and it's wonderful. So we create our own reality around here. Now, that doesn't mean we spiritually bypass or ignore the actual obstacles made by society to our safety and happiness. However, we don't want to be limited by those either, because that too is just an illusion. So moving on, who's next is my Capricorns. Capricorn. Cranky bastards, we love you. My opposite. We love you. Let's do a little Palo Santo. How is everybody? Let me get some water. I'm just flying through this. Damn, I'm on like Capricorn already. Hi. Satnin was not happy to come to work today. Although she does this crap every time, and then when we actually get to work, she's usually just in dream bliss land. She's one of those people that always complains about her job, but really loves it. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Satnin. She is not like this. She's like, are you talking about me again? Satnin, I am. It's literally your channel. This is literally my rabbit's channel. She does tarot reading. She doesn't do the reading. She does the polls. Nobody believes me, but it takes me about 3 or 4 hours to get the full poll, but they're always accurate. And then I read it, and that costs a lot of money because I don't. I've only had one person pay for it, but she does do tarot card readings. Sorry, the polls, and then I do the readings. Because she's magic, you guys, for real. All right, here we go, Capricorn. People are like, this lady's crazy. Crazy. Have you seen the world lately? Who's crazy? Certainly not me. All right, I've been telling everybody the whole time, it's crazy around here. What's this backwards, bizarro world? What the fuck kind of timeline is that? Who is in charge? What's happening? And why? This is why we like tarot, because we get a clear picture of things that we don't usually see. So Capricorn, what do we get? Ooh, somebody wants to explore, Capricorn. Maybe you. So it could be a child, a fire sign, or this is about, okay, Capricorn, there you are. So something is changing around something that you want to explore that was, ooh, maybe it's too burdensome, or you, hold on. All right, it's time to move forward. Okay, I like this. Here's your opposite, Cancer. Cancerian energy at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio, there's your friends. These are your friends. And now it's time to move forward after being stuck in your head. Wow, twice, 8 of Wands, after something was deceptive and stressful. All right, Capricorn. So I feel like you are definitely moving forward. So something is changing. It could be work related, since you're coming up as your own element here as the Queen of Pentacles. But now it's time to explore change with something that previously was overburdensome. So I don't know if you're just looking at, whoa, something completely different. You're like, you know what? I've been thinking about this, or ruminating about this job for far too long, and it stressed me out, but now I just want to move forward. So I don't know if it's about work or love or what, because I don't have any cups or anything. I just have some passion, and I feel like some passionate wish that you had has become overburdensome. This could indeed be your children. So maybe you're a Capricorn parent and you're like, oh my God, my kid is just stressing me out and something needs to change because I can't do this anymore. So that could be for some of you. Others of you, it literally is a job or a work situation. But something is changing here. Could be with a Scorpio. We have Scorpio Cancer showing up pretty strong. But I feel like that's just you. You're tired of feeling overburdened. You want to explore something different. Maybe you're exploring a whole new way of life, Capricorn. Maybe you're like, you know what, I need therapy. I can't carry this on my own. Maybe I want to join a different group. Like, why is life all about work? What are you doing? What kind of work are you doing? So something needs to change or is changing right now, and someone is moving forward. So something is changing, Capricorn. Something is moving. Yeah, after being stuck. Now it's swift. So it went from the 8 of Swords to the 8 of Wands pretty quick. That's why we have the Chariot here. We're in the year of the horse, babies. Some deception that stressed out somebody. Ooh, the Devil. There you are. Were you deceptive? Are you changing? Was your deception overburdensome, as it should be? Because karmically speaking, it's only going to send you to the places you don't want to go. Okay, you guys, when we're lying, cheating, stealing, we ain't hurting nobody but ourselves. We're hurting other people, which is how we get to be hurting ourselves so bad. So you're not going to escape it. You're just going to come back and people are going to lie to you all the time, cheat and steal from you. Yay, whoa. That's if you escape the lower realms, which you probably won't. But anyways, next time you come back as a human. What's this? So we have the Atlanteans. Speaking of, a lot of people like to blame white people's problems on this bullshit fuckery, that there was Atlantis and so on. Hell, I don't know. Maybe there was. I wasn't here. If I was here, I was sleeping. So legacy, technology, progress, expect acceleration. What do I have? Something happening very fast, very quickly, very swiftly. So I love this, Capricorn, because you're a slow moving goat. That's for sure. But this is the year of the horse. And so things are moving swiftly forward. Maybe somebody wants to explore with you now. Maybe there's something you want to explore. Interesting. Let's see what the Atlanteans have to say about it. I'm not even going to read what the card is. It just says legacy, technology, expect acceleration. Your message: you are a future thinker who will leave a legacy of healing and light. Wow, Capricorn, that's amazing. Maybe you're thinking about experiencing that, your own legacy of healing and light. Think beyond boundaries and keep your future and the future of your close ones in mind when it comes to making decisions. Atlantean energy is here to help you align with your pathway, with one that supports the evolution of your soul and family lineage. Well, maybe you've been thinking of something wrong. Maybe you're like, well, I want to do this, but I'm scared of my parents or my family will disapprove. And maybe this is a card reminding you that actually you're going to rewrite the entire damn family lineage, and they're going to be proud because this work of healing and light is exactly what we need. This is a time of transcending This is a time of transcending old ways of being and old patterns. Okay, so now we're going to get a little Capricorn dissertation in relationship to tarot. So Capricorn's card in the major arcana is the Devil. The Devil is the representation of the shadow side of earthly living. So Capricorn's shadow is the hoarding and accumulation of stuff for stuff's sakes and power. So that would be the worst aspect, right? But the light aspect is transcending old ways of being and old patterns to create something new. So Capricorn is very old, very slow energy, and very like earth family related. The other shadow of Capricorn is carrying on toxic traditions and lineages just because that's the way it always has been. So Spirit is saying, stop that, because in the long run, you are going to make a whole new path for your family. Ideas, creativity, and new technology are all around you. When it comes to forging new pathways, think of the future. Cut out any long-winded approaches. Streamline everything you are doing. Wow, this is really fast energy. This is a time of evolution, so there's a good chance of resistance from old energies and ego. Yes, that's the challenge. The old energies of the past and ego, that solid, solidified energy. If you feel challenged or encounter growing pains, know that you're on the right track. Persevere. Well, you need to persevere. Nothing wonderful is easy. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Welcome, dear one. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to ask me a yes or no, Michelle. Then you can right now. I just gave my little dissertation to Capricorn. It's time to move forward. Let go of old shit. Right? Be innovative. Be moving forward. Create a new legacy of your family. I think that for Capricorn and Cancer, those are some of the hardest lessons in my experience in knowing these people, is the dissolution of the idea that some sort of blood family is something to uphold. And it's interesting. I was listening to something as another astrologer talking. I'm not an astrologer, but talking about, I do chart readings for money and I write them. Somebody was talking about like Cancers have the worst childhood. I'm like, oh my God, there's always some drama. And maybe some of them have like good, easy ones, but And Cancer is so affected by family. It's probably why people think that Cancers are crazy, is because we went through a hell in childhood, and that like fucks them up, because family is supposed to be a protective space, not a war zone. So I think it's similar with Capricorn too, right? They maybe had to override their nervous system to take on ideas that they know are wrong, because that's what they've always done, because that's family. So I feel like sisters, signs of Capricorn and Cancer, it's all about that family. What lineage are you creating? Are you carrying on the family lineage because it's what has been done? And is it good? And is it making the world a better place? Are you happy? Are they happy? Is anybody fucking happy here? No. So stop it. Stop. I had to learn that with my spiritual lineage too. Ain't none of them people happy. Some of them, a few of them, hidden away, the spiritual practitioners that are strong in their light. But as a whole, it's just more of the same. Why are we carrying on the same things ancient Tibetans did? Like, what's going on here? It's like almost schism making. So Capricorn, I think that this is your message. It's time to create a new reality. So I like that. All right, we're done with that. I've said it. And speaking of new realities, Aquarius. Now then we got the other shadow side of Aquarius. They don't stick around for nothing. You can't build a new world of interdependent awesomeness if you just running away all the time. Okay, you gotta have some like Capricorn energy in there. So that's why we should embody all of the signs. I'm like all of them. I'm all of them and none of them. All of them and none of them. Hi Guy, how are you? Welcome. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have a yes or no, let me know. Please hit the like button, you guys, the 4 people that are here. I need to get the algorithm moving so I can get some readings today. Mama's got a lot to do. She needs her money, okay? All right, so here we go. Capricorn, we're done with you. Aquarius, we're on to you. Oh, victory and love, Cappy. Sorry, why do I keep saying that? Aquarius, we could have a crossover, a Cappy Aquarius crossover, a cusper. So let's see here, Aquarius. 6 of Cups. What do we got? Ooh, what's hidden? So it could be Cancer, Pisces. Came out kind of funny. Impatience. Oh my God, didn't we have these earlier? This with this? What was that about? Who was before Capricorn? Sagittarius? I don't know. I just work here. But this fell. I wanted to fall out. I wasn't going to take it, but it did. So what you don't know is something. Okay, so soulmate energy here, victory and love is attained through patience. So we have Cancer. We have Sagittarius. I think these were in Saggy, weren't they? We have a lot of disappointment and something taking a damn long time. So someone has been really, really patient here. So I don't know if you know this or you don't know this. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, I have the sacrifice, the rabbit and the fox. In order for you to be happy, you have to write them. Whoa, that you want to explore a new beginning in love, or tell them about it, that you were investing in. Whoa. Okay, well, it is the retrograde season. You might have someone from the past coming back. Could be a Saggy or a Pisces or a Cancer. Or maybe you have those in your chart, or maybe that's just about you being patient and not knowing what was going on and why someone was so sad. So we have the rabbit and the fox. There's some sacrifice that needs to be attained in order. This card is all about sacrifice. It's the story of the moon goddess and how the fox made fun of the rabbit for sacrificing. They have nothing to bring to the moon goddess, and the rabbit sacrificed their life for all beings and then ended up in the moon. She took him back to the moon. I love this story. This is my lineage here. There I am sitting up on the moon. So something about happiness or revelation written in a word about exploring. So you could have someone from your past coming around again saying, oh, I'm sorry it took so long. I was working through my shit and it made me sad. Something took a long time. Maybe you're just now meeting the love of your life and you had to sacrifice something. I don't know, Aquarius. So Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, and a sacrifice so that you can be happy. Or you're finding out something about why someone was sad and what took so long. Someone could be writing you. You could be writing someone about moving forward to explore something. Yeah. So someone could have made a bad investment. Someone was at a crossroads and that took them into silence. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. So it's pretty, this is not really a fumbly message. It's pretty clear. Someone or something that you love, that you wanted a victory in, but you don't know. They've been patient and sad, or you've been patient and sad, trying to balance out this sadness maybe because of the time. So maybe something did take too long for you or them, or they've been working on themselves for a long time. And now the sacrifice to move forward. So they might write you. All right, let's get the Divine Masters Oracle card for you, Aquarius. So some of you could be, I'm a verified psychic and clairvoyant. Welcome, Stephen. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have a question, let me know. I am, divine intervention. Mayat here. Okay, interesting, Aquarius. It says, weigh your options, choose the highest good. Wow. Well, when you hear from this person, Aquarius, it could be, hey, Ernest, how are you? Welcome, everybody. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Yes and no is free. I've been reading tarot for 30 years. I'm a real one. I don't do free readings. No actual clairvoyant or psychic does free readings. I'm sorry to let you know that. Doesn't mean their powers aren't good. It just means that they know. If you're actually gifted, you know that this is something that you need to get paid for. All right, weigh your options. So Mayat, pronounced Mayat, is an ancient Egyptian deity associated with truth, harmony, and balance. Part goddess, part ethereal being. Ooh. She first appears in the Old Kingdom and is one of the most ancient forms of justice. Your message before jumping in with both feet, stop for a minute. And the message of the universe is to wait. Well, maybe this is it. Maybe someone had to wait, or you were waiting, so things got more balanced. Take some time to reflect before making any rash decisions. Well, something was slow here. I don't know if someone may be writing you, Aquarius, and you may want to make a rash decision. And Spirit is saying no. So if you have an ex from the past popping up again, maybe it's not an ex, but it's a soulmate of some sort. Sometimes we fall out with soulmates, like friends or cousins or whatever, whoever we're related to in that way we feel that connection with. So they might be contacting you and letting you know something, or vice versa. Right now, the scales can tip in any direction. That can change everything. Whoa. So Mayet is here to help you weigh your options before you proceed. If you're in a situation that involves another party, well, I feel like it definitely does. It's important to call in more light and harmony. Well, what do we have right here? The Sun. This is the happiest card in the tarot. It can talk about, revealing something, a truth coming to light, especially the way she's holding it. Right? Leo's card. Leo is the Sun, but it's also about being happy. So someone else is in this evolved. Be honest and open to the highest good unfolding. Yeah, this is like choosing the best situation possible so things can be balanced out. When we force energy to go in a particular direction, we can be interfering in how other things shift. Well, maybe someone was doing that in the past, or you were. Ask yourself what would be the best possible outcome for everyone. Wow, that's what I do. That's what bodhisattvas do. We say, what's most beneficial for others? We meditate on it. We see ourselves in that triangulation and think, all right, I want to be happy, and so does everyone else. What's most beneficial for others? That is a hard thing to do. That's what our politicians are supposed to be doing, but that's not, I don't think that's ever happened at any point. That's why politicians and that's why the whole hierarchy is fucking fucked. Maybe ancient indigenous, or they're indigenous people now that still think in that way if they're leaders about what's most beneficial for the people that they work with. But I don't think that happens, and hasn't happened in a long time. Ask yourself what would be the best possible outcome for everyone and invite your higher power to lead you to the highest good. Then you will attract harmony and peace once more. Well, this is it. This is about balancing something out here with someone that you love. There's been a lot of sadness and heartache. Something's taken a long time. Been a lot of sacrifice. Maybe stuff that's been going on that you don't know about. So there we go. Aquarius, pretty deep. I feel like the Capricorn and Aquarius, they got a little extra today. Salena doesn't charge for therapy. So highest good. That's how you're going to get what you want. Yeah, with this tiger, could be born in 74, 86, 98 that you're trying to manifest. There needs the truth that needs to be told, kids. I don't know what to say other than the truth will set you free. So moving forward. So everybody wants to be happy. Sometimes happiness can't be aligned, but if we really love someone and it's important to be in their lives or communicate with them, we can at least find a middle way, right? And if we can't, they don't really love you and it's time to move on. If they can't find it, they don't want to be your friend even. And you're like, hey, I can't give you what you want. I can't just like have sex with someone that I love just casually, fun times. But we can be friends or whatever, whatever you need to say, Aquarius, or whatever they're saying. So using the most beneficial approach because you want to be happy and stable, and have this renewed love. And if it's someone that you really care about, they care about you, then there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. Maybe you won't get what you want. Maybe you might have to sacrifice certain things, but at least you have harmony, with the person that you care about. All right, moving on. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Where's my Pisces? North Node. Okay, Pisces, it's time. I don't know why I'm hearing that right now. The final countdown. That came out of nowhere. Well, it's good to laugh, right? We're in a Pisces sun. It was his birthday this weekend. He made me celebrate it 2 days, okay? Because that's how we do here. He's a triple Pisces. His birthday technically was 2 days ago, but we celebrate all weekend. And he's a good boy. So it's the final countdown, whatever that means. I don't know if you've been holding back or you're building up. It's time for you to build up something. So we are in a Pisces sun, and now we have your only full moon, and it's an eclipse too. Oh my god. Here we have Aries / Taurus. So it's time. It's time to build up with this friend person or something, or be your, whoa. And there you are at the bottom of the deck, Pisces. Oh my god, these cards keep moving around in places. Okay, so this is a page, and I didn't put them together. You guys saw that. You fucking saw me move this shit around. Okay, so Pisces, you're in your element here. I don't know if you need to apologize or you need to believe, but it's time for you to build up and celebrate. I don't think this is holding back. I think this is building up. I told you the Four of Pentacles to me is either holding back or building up. Now she's sitting in a very holding back posture. In fact, we don't even see, well, these 2 pentacles under here, but I don't know if a friend was holding back and they want to tell you the truth. So we have Aries, Taurus, and say, hey, baby. Hey, baby. But this is about something that is taking a long time. Yeah, I'm going to move these now. So it's going to make you very happy. Oh my God. It could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you could have Aquarius in your chart. You've been very patient. It's a final countdown. Oh, it's spiritual guidance. Okay, this is getting dumb. Spiritual guidance. Here, you're spiritually guided to this situation. And the memory you can't forget. All right, I'm done. I'm tired of this. So this is giving. Either a friend is going to reveal some shit. You're going to reveal some shit. It could be your dad you're telling. I don't know, man. It's time. No more holding back. Time to celebrate. You believe. You have believed. It's time to reveal the truth. Pisces, this is intense. So hello, everyone. Please hit the like button and subscribe. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. I'm doing the all signs for the full moon messages. So now let's go into the Divine Masters Oracle Guidebook. So Pisces, what the fuck has been going on this time? Pisces, what's going on? Time to step into this power. So this Emperor could be someone else, it could be you. You just need to step into your power. Why am I getting Spiritual Guides, Angel Answers? Give me a Divine Masters card for Pisces and all Pisces placements to go along with this reading. Okay, thank you. Finally. Do we have Isis? Isis was who else? Reclaiming your power and magic. So we could have a bit of a crossover. I don't know who was Isis last, but this is about you taking what's yours. So again, and it was in the same one that we had these 2 cards together. Taking back your power, believing you can do this. First step in taking back your power is believing it's possible. All right, well, actually, first step is seeing that you aren't in your power. The second step is believing that you can take it back. The third step is seeing, well, where the fuck have I put it before? And then, the fourth step is just finally doing the thing. 4, stabilizing it. Stepping into your power. Something you believe in, you want to believe in. I don't know if you owe somebody an apology and you've been holding back because you've been partying too hard or whatever. But now is the time. So reclaim your magic and get what's rightfully yours. So if you're not in your Emperor / Empress power, you're not with your Emperor / Empress or whatever, it's time. If you have something you've been holding back from your family, it's time. Because this is actually a celebratory event. So this is really good energy. It's just that this has been an obstacle to whatever it was before. So if you've been holding back for some reason, Spirit says, let go. It's time to step into this next phase of believing that you are deserved of being someone who is in their highest power. So I really like this. And Isis is about reclaiming your magic. Right? Don't let anyone tell you, you don't know me like that. So moving on. Where's everybody? Why is it so quiet? Where'd they go? People, come back. Baby, come back. I like it when there's lots of people and they're talking and chatting. That's why I like doing vending fairs, because it's always bumping. It's always bumping. I am an empath. I'm a kind of an ambivert. I'm a healer and a coach and a lover and a magician, a musician, and I'm happy to do those things. I love being around people as long as I have enough time alone that I can recharge, because that's what empaths need. Time alone, be by myself, go inward, meditate, go do my grounding, go do my somatic work. That's how we do it, kids. Sweet and loving and kind as I am, I can also be wrathful and fierce. So it's called nuance. She's got nuance in it. None of them old ants didn't work. Only nuance. Hi, everybody. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you have a yes or no. That is free. And if you want a personal reading, because I am a real professional, then the links are in the chat. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What do we have? Okay, you're learning about something. All right, you're learning about balance. Wow, turning shit into bliss. So this is different than the Scales card. Because the Scales card is about balancing everything out to get it exactly in alignment for whatever you need to progress. This is about all the shitty things that you've been through and really alchemizing them. Similar to the Architect, but even more deep, because this has to do with our inner world. That's why their hands are on the outside versus the inside versus the outside, like the Architect card. Whoa. So the Sun card has been coming up a lot lately. Aries Moon, I love it. The Sun card has been coming up a lot lately. And this all today. So Leo energy is strong. And also it's about revelations. So I feel like there's going to be a lot revealed in this full moon. And it may just be inside, since it's a lunar eclipse. Maybe spiritual realizations. You're learning how to turn shit into bliss. Oh my God, and be the Architect. What was I just saying? And I was just talking about how these are different. Whoa. Thank you, Spirit. I love when that happens. Wow. I get blown away by my own gifts and by like my spiritual guides that are around me. It's not just me. They're always kind of running the show. And I'm just like, they call it a medium or a vessel. My spiritual guide used to say, he lied, but he said, I have no good qualities. He had incredible, amazing good qualities, but he'd say, all I am, I'm just the Buddha puts the tape in and I play it. So like an oracle. So this is what I'm getting is inner and outer here, Aries, that you're learning how to balance something out inner and outer so that you can be happy. So you could be dealing with a Leo, but these are both cards of you taking shit and whoa. And at the bottom of that, I have the Judgment. Whoa. So Aries, this is actually a super empowering reading. You are learning how to make judgments of what that used to stress you out, but now you're giving this gift. Okay. So maybe whatever made you feel left out in the cold was a fucking gift because this was the spiritual gateway. Wow. So that you could move forward. Oh my gosh. Whoa, Aries, this is a big one for you, Bubba. I feel it. You are learning how to turn shit into bliss. Aries is a fighter. All of the cardinal signs are incredible. So wherever Aries is in your chart, this is about you learning how to master those emotions that can be overwhelming and how to change the conditions outside of you to fit your benefit. Yeah, they used to stress you out. So now you're going to learn how to be a real alchemist. I fucking love this. This is what I do for a living with people. Why? Because I've done it. And so now that I've done it and do it every day, I can help other people do it. How do we take those dark voices and bad situations and shit that is fucking shit as shit? Like here in the US, we have this incredible opportunity to change, you guys. Incredible. I don't know how everyone has been so ignorant of the truth of this country, but now people can see, only the most blinded ignorance is turning away. So here we have this shit in front of us. What are we going to do? It's a great opportunity to stop it and write a whole different story. So do it, Aries. I need you up in this revolution here, Aries. Can't be having you just run into walls over and over again, Aries. So I love this. So it could be a Leo involved, or maybe you have Leo, but it's time to make a judgment. So Spirit, give me a Divine Masters card. Okay. Oh my gosh, the Lumerians. I don't know them, but clairvoyance activated. Whoa. Psychic awareness, sensitivity, trust your intuition. Well, maybe this is a part of it. Maybe you haven't been listening to your intuition. Maybe you were stuck in this ego trap. And the little voices inside of you have been screaming, and now Spirit's saying it's time. Your clairvoyance has been activated. We have 2 cards here, so I love that. This is a really good reading for Aries. It's a little more complex to pull this out, but I feel the energy and the message behind it is about you using this full moon in the best of. All right, we're not going to talk about the Lumerians because your psychic gifts and talents are being activated. This is the message. Trust what you see, hear, feel, and know. For whatever you're picking up on is absolutely correct. Your sensitivity is so heightened that you'll be able to evaluate people's character quickly. Read between the lines and see things before they happen. Yeah, we need to start listening to this. So intuition is huge, and we've all been programmed to work against it so that the powers that be, quote unquote, they are not powerful, nor do they be in power of me, can control us in our lives. Knowing that this ability will get stronger and stronger as you use your psychic gifts is how you heal. This is a good chance in the past, your sensitivity was overwhelming. See, this is why I think that Cancer and Aries get called babies, because we're super fucking highly sensitive. And if you're not regulated, it can create volatility. So then Cancer cries and Aries punches walls. So, because Cancer is more, and it can be stabby, but more likely to turn inward than outward. So once you realize that your sensitivity is a gift and you understand how to balance it to transform shit into bliss, then you can let it bloom like a flower you were born to be. You've prepared yourself in this moment. Lifetimes upon lifetimes of incarnations have led to where you are. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many people embrace theirs. It's not time to fit in. Now is the time to create the world and let them know who you are. Wow. Aries, this is really good. I like this, Aries. This is like I said, this is a very deep Aries message. And it's about turning shit into bliss and architecting the life that you want by controlling your inner landscape. And control is not repression. All right? That's just repression. Controlling is like, no, Mo, this is not working out for me, and creating something totally different. Yeah, healing. Wow. Really good reading, Aries. I like it. I feel like you're in a healing portal. Oh my God, maybe it's narcissism you had to overcome. Maybe you had a narcissistic parent or people in your life. We can get affected by narcissists that aren't our parents. I've heard stories of people who marry narcissists accidentally because a lot of them are covert and end up highly traumatized. But some bad habit you're getting rid of. I like it. Or maybe you're just seeing it for the first time. Okay, good job, Aries. Good job, good job. Okay, moving right along. So does anyone have a question? Satnin, you have any questions? She's like, why isn't anybody buying a personal read? I don't know, Satnin. Maybe people broke. It is the first of the month. Okay, moving on. Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node. Where are my Taurans at? I have a Taurus moon. My snotty ass. And my snotty ass exalted moon. Listen, it took forever to get balanced. Okay. But maybe that Tauran discipline to move forward no matter what, slowly but surely, is what saved my life, right? Sure, it's taken me a long time to heal and to be healing. And healing is something that lasts until I become fully enlightened. But I never gave up. So I stuck to the path. Didn't listen to other people's opinions. Other people who aren't happy anyways. Yeah, don't listen to them, Satnin. She's shaking her head. Don't listen to them. Here we go. Taurus. You have a gift coming in after feeling left out in the cold. So the fawn is about a gift. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of oracles. Oh my gosh, that will help you architect and stand in your power. Whoa, this is all fucking oracle cards. So that you can remember and end a cycle. Whoa, here we have, wow, Taurus, you got more cards than anybody today. What's going on? So this is for Taurus and all Taurus placements. So this is a lot of oracle cards. So here's the gift. The fawn is a gift or a present. Someone's often a financial gift and present. After feeling left out in the cold or something, maybe financially you've been struggling. And then we had the architect come out, and this is going to help you architect what? Your power. And remember, so that you can end a cycle and find true happiness. Wow. Taurus, what's going on? Somebody's giving you a gift, or the gift is that you are realizing that you don't have to feel stuck out in the cold anymore. But this is about a financial gift or a breakthrough. And this is 5 Pentacles after what? Some hardship. So you can what? Transform your outside conditions and focus on what you want. And this is someone who's very powerful, very magnetic, very sexy. Is a tiger. This card's about that. Someone who stands in their power. The elephant card is about someone who has a great memory and is determined. Your ancestors are there and in something. And then we have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. After you walked away and did your shadow work, now we have Justice. And now you're going to be happy. Wow. Okay, Taurus, there you go. So you got a financial gift coming in after maybe juggling your finances. If it's not a financial gift, it's a stability gift, because Pentacles aren't just about money. What would we do? What are we going to do when we in the money system? Is this no longer going to be? No, this is about a feeling, a thought, a lack of stability. So some stability is coming in that will help you work with your future, Taurus. I like this. Help you stand in your power. It could be a very sexy, powerful person. Maybe somebody born in the year of the tiger. That's 1974, 86, 98, and then, too young to be watching tarot at that point. So you could be getting a gift because someone remembers and they want to end a cycle, and this is around your love life and your happiness. This is fucking incredible. Okay, Taurus, good job. I want to leave it there. This is very good. So Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node. Maybe somebody owes you some money. Or maybe they just want to gift you with money so that you can make this better future. Maybe someone's going to invest in your business or investing in you. Because the elephant is about someone with a great memory, but also about being and walking with our spiritual protectors. So please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're new here, I'm Salena. I've been reading tarot for 30 years. I'm a real clairvoyant and psychic. If you want a personal reading, that's why I'm here. And yes and no is free. Hey, how's it going, Sandra? How are you? So yes and no is free. Just hit the like button and subscribe. I can see when those go up because I have them my studio open to make sure that I can see the chat. So hey, hot girl. Hey, baby. Welcome. So this is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, all Taurus placements. Maybe it's not even there, but Taurus, you got a gift coming in. It's going to make you real happy here after you walked away. So maybe you're in the process of walking away from something. Maybe you had to fucking leave everything behind. You put it all in the car and go so that you could get this gift and end this bullshit. Did we just have the Lumerians again? Psychic awareness, sensitivity, trust your intuition. I'm not going to read this after I just went off on the whole Aries thing, but it could be an Aries Taurus crossover. Yeah, Michelle, I am so sorry, my love. Oh, I love Taurus. I love Taurus. I have a Taurus moon. So I absolutely love Tauruses. I'm so sorry, Michelle. I was so embarrassed and so pissed. And then I found out the next day it was everybody on YouTube. So I'm not the only creator who lost money. So I gave you your refund and big apologies. It wasn't me. The chat was YouTube. It was all YouTube. It was out everywhere that day. And it's funny because it was the day before Mercury stationed retrograde. It's fucking hilarious. I'm like, okay, Mercury's going to Mercury retrograde. So I had to refund you and Suerte because I didn't even know you had paid me. And I didn't know. And so if that ever happens again and you want a reading, just in the subject line, tell me your question and I'll do the reading. But I didn't know your question, so I wasn't going to read just because. All right. And psychic awareness. So the Lumerians I see, they're here, Taurus. So this is for all Tauruses. This is about your psychic intuition. So you activating and trusting it, going against the grain, not listening to other people, that little voice that tells you. And maybe you had to sacrifice a lot. Maybe you put a lot of money into a job or something that you're creating because you're standing in your power and some tough cycle is ending and it's going to make you really happy. So I know you were trying to help, sweetie. It was so fucked up. I didn't understand your message. I was like, what's wrong with Michelle? Why is she just making emojis? I'm so sorry. Again, I felt stupid. That's why I came on right after and was like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. But it's not my fault for being dumb. No, I just didn't have my Cash App notifications on. As I said before, I'm not a big notification person. So it was my fault, but yeah, it was YouTube's fault mainly. It was mainly YouTube. They fucked it up. It was YouTube. It's just fucking always YouTube. You know, this is why we shouldn't. Everyone's like, AI. Listen, dummies. Not dummies. No, I'm not calling anyone dummies. Listen, dum-dums. If we think AI is going to fix, humans can't even get the shit right with all the technology we have. And we think that the technology created by humans who can't get their shit right is going to fix us. The reason why the chat didn't work is because YouTube had implemented a new algorithm, right? So that people who didn't speak English couldn't chat. And so what it did is it took out everything in English. So anyways, YouTube, fucking it up for everybody. So back to Taurus and Taurus placements. Something good is happening. All right, a gift is coming in after a time of struggle. Or maybe that is the gift, the time of struggle. And Spirit is saying your clairvoyance has been activated. Earth signs are pretty psychic anyways. Not as psychic as water signs, but earth placements are pretty psychic, especially Taurus. I would say Taurus of the three are pretty psychic. And Virgo too. Taurus may not be as prone to listen to their intuition, but something is going to make you very, very happy after you walk away because you've done some shadow work and now we have justice. So yeah, I really like this. All right, moving on. So Taurus, this looks good. You're going to stand in your power and you're going to remember. I feel like these two cards are like you remembering your power and maybe this tough time of being left out in the cold, either financially or somebody took something from you. This cycle is ending. Whoa, wow, because you have finally achieved patience. That was the card at the bottom. Incredible. All right, guys, hit the like button, please. It does help the algorithm. If you want a personal reading, I will pause the all signs. I'm almost done with them anyways. And do that for you. Yes and no is free, but I do like to read for people personally. And I was going off about that too. Hey, Sharon, I was going off about that, Michelle. I'm like, gosh, I like reading for people more. I was such in the mood to read that day. That's the fucked up thing is I felt so, I always want to, I don't always want to read, but I'm always in the mood and somewhat. But that day I was like, I really want to read people's tarot. And then I had it because I felt the energy. That shows you I'm psychic again. I felt the energy of y'all paying me. I just didn't look at my fucking phone. So... sometimes I know and I don't know I know until later. Then I'm like, I fucking knew that, but I didn't know that. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sandra. Hi, everybody. I love you guys. Happy Sunday fun day. If you're new here, I'm Salena. Satnin, my magic rabbit, who's a triple Virgo and a triple Scorpio, is sitting right next to me. She says hello. If you want a personal reading, the links are in the chat and description. Otherwise, yes and no is free. And let me know how these resonate. This is for Gemini and all Gemini placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Geminis. Geminis, as we say here in Florida on the Space Coast. Gemini. I don't know why they do it. Okay, Scorpio. Bam. Oh my goodness. All right, Gemini, something's coming in that's unexpected regarding your Ten of Pentacles and justice. Unhappiness. Somebody getting a divorce. Oh my God, there you are, Gemini, King of Swords. Well, Gemini. Holy moly. Bottom of the deck, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Hey, hot girl. Okay, Gemini. I'm just saying Gemini because it's fun. What's going on here? So the overall energy, Gemini, is that you are very attracted to something. The Luna moth, like a moth to the flame. You're very attracted. But it may burn you. And now you're getting to calmer waters. Okay, I like this. After a silence, enjoy the silence. Come crashing into my little world. All I ever wanted, sorry guys, is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. Okay, the song is coming through heavy. Sorry guys to sing, but that's how it works. I'm also a musician. Okay, Gemini, what is it that you're very attracted to, that you want to get calmer water with, but you haven't talked to? Why? Because you've been exploring being single on your own. Oh my god. We have the King of Cups here and the Two of Cups here, Gemini. What's happening? Is this someone you was married to in the past that you got a divorce from? So we got Scorpio, we got Libra. Okay, could be a cusper. We got me just getting hungry real just right now. The Tower with your Ten of Pentacles. It could be a marriage, past marriage, maybe next husband or wife. Family member that you're somehow extremely attracted to. That seems weird. I don't think it's about your non-carnal relationships. Something unexpected is going to happen here, Gemini. It's going to make you very happy because there you are, Nine of Cups and the King of Swords. Wow. Libra, Scorpio. What else did we have here? We had somebody else show up, but I put him away. I don't know who. Oh, the silence. Okay, so you haven't talked to this person in a while. Maybe it is someone from your family. Could be. Maybe you cut off someone from your family. You King of Swords them, and now they're going to come back around. And you're attracted to this fortunate situation. It's time to get to calmer waters. Yeah. So, Gemini, I see this is someone that you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe you were married to them. But something unexpected is going to happen. And it could be the other way around. Maybe you're thinking about, Geminis, they like to spin the block, man. I'll tell you, I've told this story before. It's nothing more shocking than a Gemini that I dated from fucking 20 years ago texts me. I'm like, who's this? They don't have my number anymore, but you get my point. So I don't know if you're coming back around. Okay, good. Thank you, Michelle, my love. Do you want me to do this now, or can you wait 2 more signs? Because I only got Cancer and Leo. But if you want it now, babe, I will. Because you're the boss. So if you can wait through Cancer and Leo, that's great. That's ideal. But if not, then I will pause it. So let me know, Michelle, what you want. So let me get something for Gemini here. They got Divine Masters. Mother Mary. Okay. Miraculous encounter. Hello. Hallelujah. Okay. Well, okay, listen. You might fucking meet someone you're going to marry in this full moon. It says divine experiences, do not be afraid of being powerful. Hello, Captain. You're very attracted to this. You're getting to calmer waters. Maybe the silence was just you hadn't explored anybody for a long time because you've been single. Gemini, for those of you who've been single for a long time. Oh, good. Okay, let's do Leo, and then I'll do you. So what I'm getting here, Gemini, is that you may be meeting someone. So if this isn't someone spinning the block from the past, or if you're not spinning the block, you're going to meet someone, Gemini, that you may end up marrying, because I literally have the Justice and the fucking Ten of Pentacles. This will make you very happy. And then we have Mother Mary, a divine encounter. Hello. Let's read about Mother Mary. Maybe you're a mother. Maybe your name's Mary. Who knows? So Mother Mary of Jesus was a simple woman with a divine mission to bring sacred love into the world. Well, I feel like it is about love. For this reason, she's considered the Queen of the Angels. One of the most important lessons of Mary's life was when Archangel Gabriel brought her the message that she was going to be the mother of Christ. I'm sure that freaks you out, right? Like sitting around doing whatever, doing your prayers. You get that? You're like, what am I going to be? You said, don't be afraid. I'm the angel of the Lord. It wasn't necessarily telling her not to be afraid because she was having a spiritual vision. This was telling her, don't be afraid of being this powerful. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that's intense. So the angel wasn't saying, don't be afraid of me. He was saying, don't be afraid of being powerful. You're going to have a baby that's going to change the world. Mary's experience reminds all women that it's safe to be powerful and gifted. Wow. I love that, Gemini. She's now dedicated to spreading this message. Your message, you're having spiritual visions and miraculous encounters at this time. Don't be afraid of your gifts. They are God-given abilities. If you've been wondering about a spiritual significance of a certain encounter, so maybe you are really attracted to something and you want to get to calmer waters, but you haven't explored it for a while because you've been getting your own stability here. Wow. If you've been wondering about a spiritual significance, the main message of the universe is to get you to where you're not alone. Your psychic and spiritual abilities have been awakened by some sort of shift in your life. Well, Gemini is very psychic. A little too much, really. They're the only other sign that I feel like is really, really, like, it's creepy. Like, I'm like, did you not just hear? Because they're the lowest vibrational air sign, so it's like they can seep anywhere, right? That's why they're tricks. That's why people can't catch them. Okay, so this could have been overwhelming, challenging, or emotional. Angels of peace are here now to guide you in harmony. Wow, Gemini, this is really good reading. This is really good, Gemini. So you're very attracted to something. So maybe you have been attracted to spiritual stuff, but ooh, the light twice? Wow, that's intense. Okay. All right, Gemini, you got this. It's going to make you very happy. Something unexpected is happening. Maybe someone's going to propose, or maybe you're going to meet someone after being single for a long time and you're going to marry this person. I fucking love it. I love it. All right, Gemini, that's good. All right, Cancer and then Leo. And if you are just arriving, welcome to Magic Rabbit Tarot. I am Salena. I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30. I do not do free readings. I only do paid readings, but I do free yes and no's. After the all signs, after Michelle, I'll do free yes and no's. See who wants to come around for a reading. So now we're doing Cancer. So I'm a triple Cancer with a Scorpio rising and a Taurus moon. I've been reading minds all my life. And now I get paid for it. All right, here we go. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Okay, here it is. Look at this. Sam the Eagle is what we call him. Whew, I don't want this. All right, well, I'm not a Cancer moon, so I'm not going to listen. This is like, pay attention to something. Something needs to change. Oh, shut up. Something needs to change, yeah. Okay, wow, you guys. This is too much. Cancer. Oh, my fucking God. This just was in Gemini's reading. I put these different places so they wouldn't touch, and now they're back out again. All right, so something needed to change with you being patient, with your true love here. Ten of Cups. This could be a marriage that you had to walk away from, or you had to walk away from someone or something. So we have Libra and Sagittarius, and your ancestors given stank eye about something that you walked away from. Okay, I'm done. I'm dropping this down. I'm going to drop this down on the floor. Hey, gun guy. Yeah, Cancer. We love Cancer. It's Cancer. And listen, this came out too after I just had the... So definitely a strong Gemini Cancer crossover. You guys watch me put these cards back, making sure they don't touch. I'm a Virgo Mars. I am insane about my cleanliness and everything being where it's supposed to be. I'm sorry. It's a problem and it's wonderful because I'm super organized. And my mind is like, I don't forget anything. I had separated 1, 2, 3 cards and they came back out in this Cancer section. So I don't know, you could be a Cancer Gemini cusper, you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you could be a Gemini with Cancer. Regardless, there's a crossover here. Something unexpected is going to happen. Something had to change. You were being an earth angel maybe, and some shit had to balance out and you had to walk away from your Ten of Cups. Yeah, because it was some sad shit. And now you're moving forward. There's your card. And you're going to be blessed this spring. We're almost in springtime, right? You're going to go to a place of hot renewals. After being stuck in your head, now you're moving forward. I'm going to move this away after a long time. So you change something, or you're being told to change something, Cancer, because the Harpy Eagle is about your spiritual guides looking at you and giving you stink eye. They're like, what is this thing that needs to change so bad, Cancer? Well, maybe you're too sweet and too kind and too patient. And that was making the scales of your love life imbalanced. And so you had to walk away from that shit. And this was shocking. Now, left people out in the cold, but now you're moving forward and you're getting renewed. So I don't know, man. They hear that Cancers are going to be the villains now, right? All the cardinal signs were tired of getting fucked over. We're like, okay, well, fine. If you don't give me back what I give you, then what's the function? What are we doing here? So please hit the like button and subscribe and let me know in the comments how it resonates. I'm going to take the card for Cancer from the Divine Masters, but this is good. 1, 2, 3 major arcana. So you're right where you're supposed to be, Cancer. I don't know if you changed something previously. Maybe you were too patient. Maybe you're waiting for things to get... Maybe you were waiting for something to get perfect that never would, and so you had to balance it out yourself so you could be happy, and you had to walk away from what? A lot of bullshit. So being stuck in your head, being sad. Oh, woe is me. No one is ever good as me. No one ever treats me like I do. Yeah, okay. Well, then just hang out with other Cancers then. We'll make a Virgo Cancer team, and ain't nobody invited. Maybe Pisces if they can bring the snacks, and shout out to Libra for being so wonderful. So those, if you're feeling like you're giving too much, a Leo's too, they have a big heart too, they can overgive. So we'll start a club with overgivers and we'll see how we do. Okay. Can we handle not overgiving? I don't know. So maybe you're an overgiver and Spirit's saying, fuck that shit. Walk away from that shit. in order to balance it out. And that's when you'll be happy. And I don't know who this is unexpected for, but something. All right. So Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius. So let's get a card for Cancers from the Divine Masters. Wow, Green Tara, there's my lady. Aw. Healing light, wellness unfolding. Well, this is what maybe you did this hard work that your ancestors were like, are you going to just stop overgiving to people? These assholes don't even deserve it. That's not that anybody would say that, but especially at Tara, she definitely, her message is love all living beings. So wellness unfolding, knowing that healing is a journey. Maybe that was a part of it. Maybe you had to balance out the scales of karma. Depends on your last life, guys. And unless you can penetrate your own consciousness through the power of your meditative equipoise, you don't fucking know what your karma is. Ain't nobody can tell you what your karma is. That's why I don't do this past life regression shit or believe in any of that shit. Akashic record bullshit. Fuck you. White lady don't even know what the word Akash means. Stop. No. We have to create our own reality. So maybe some of you are balancing some shit out from past lives where you were overgiving and now you don't have to do that anymore. Like, I feel like when you're Cancer, you were just like the worst. Maybe you were a Capricorn in the past life or something. And then you're like, you come in, you've got this huge heart. You can feel everything all the time, everywhere. Hey, yay. What a gift. And so you have to finally shut the doors down. And when you've walked away and this surprises everybody, what happened to the only good thing in my life? Well, I don't know, motherfucker. What happened? Because now you're healing yourself. Anyways, I know I just said a lot of things. So Green Tara. So that was my message of self-love and empowerment. Walk away from what does not give back to what you give, because otherwise you're just angry and cussing at it the whole time, expecting it to be other than what it is. When the package never said it was going to give. It was always a taker, and now you mad at it? Come on now. This is where Cancers need to grow up. And I say that because I had to as well. Right? I'm not telling you nothing that I didn't have to do. All right? I'm a triple Cancer. I'm the nastiest of all of them. So much water in my damn thing. I'm like, oh. No, I just had to stop. It's not their fault. We're not blaming anybody. My ancestors just had to look at me harshly saying, well, what's your fault for doing it? But now you've balanced out the scales of karma. So you could have been overgiving to some sort of Sagittarius and you had to Libra it out here. You could have those in your chart, Scorpio. So I'm not going to read about Tara. It says your blessings of Tara are surrounding you now, and you're being guided to know what healing isn't linear, but more like a spiral. Maybe that's why you felt trapped in this circle for so long, because you're like, I thought I'd stop doing this, but more people are coming in that just keep taking. When you set the intention to heal, the intention itself initiates the pathway to a similar spiral. Yeah, so you have to get past those places. So you have to see when someone is a taker and not a giver. And you have to make a different choice instead of just being like, oh, I see the best in people. Just see them as they are. Don't see the worst and don't see the best. Just see who they are and let it go. I feel like that's what Cancers and Virgos have in common is we're a bit of a perfectionist. And someone who has a Virgo Mars, it's highly annoying. Nothing is perfect. This is samsara. This place sucks. So at times you feel like you're overflowing with vitality and others you'll feel drained. There may be even some moments when you feel like you're revisiting something you thought you'd overcome. Well, maybe that's it. It's like, God, I had to finally walk away from this. Right now, the spiritual energies are surrounding you, creating space, pathways, and doorways. Whoa, for you to move forward, walk away. Now is the time, Cancer. You're in this eclipse portal. You don't have to overgive. You need to balance out your own emotional happiness, possibly with your friends, your families, your lover, and so forth. No one is here to make you happy. Sorry, guys. It doesn't work that way. Especially not our fucking children. And this is why so many people have to go no contact with their parents because they don't have just shit-ass parents. We ask them, why'd you have kids? Well, that's what I did. I wanted them to be happy. No, stop bringing people into this reality that you want to get something from. Don't let fears or limitations get you and the miracles. And your family, you don't owe them nothing either. And if they're not giving back to you sweet love and protection, this is a journey to fearlessness and liberation. You're closer to freedom than ever. Take the next step. Yes. So that's kind of the shadow side of Cancer, where not the shadow, but when a Cancer gets empowered and they're like, you know what? I'm stronger than anybody I've ever been giving to, and I'm taking all this power back, and people see it as being a crybaby or taking back the love, and it shocks people. Oh, I'm so sad. Well, you had access to an earth angel. I don't know what to say. So, fear side of Cancer and their healing power is that they don't condone, they don't hurt, they don't try to harm, they just take the power back. And there are people who need it, and they'll either pay you for it, or they'll give you back the same love. So, there again, I'm on the diatribe now, kids. Sometimes it's like that with readings, though, where I feel these strong energies that are like, please get this message through loudly. Get it through in a loud Cancer. My Mercury's in Cancer, which is the most psychic Mercury you can have, by the way. Okay. That's how I've been reading mine since I was... Oh, Satnin just flopped over. See, when I'm doing good when Satnin's asleep and she's flopped over and she's eating demons. That's how you know I'm really working hard. Guess she never does that otherwise. Yeah, Satnin eat those demons. All right. Leo. Where my Leos at? Whoop, whoop. Leo. Here we are. I got a Leo Venus. I got a Leo Saturn. Uh-oh. Something about your happiness. So we're putting these two. I don't want them to touch, right? Because you see this. I have a lot of Leo. I have 2 Saggies and 2 Leos in my chart, and I feel like the place is on fire. It's real bubbly up in here. I have more fire than air, that's for sure. I don't have any air in my chart. Just my Libras. Just my Libras. Okay, here we go. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rise. It's Leo, Venus. I'm a Leo, Venus, too. That's why I usually am attracted to air signs, because I don't have any. And I have a couple of air sign people that are attracted to earth signs in my life. I'm like, yeah, we always are like wanting the thing that we're not, because we're looking for someone to complete us, but no one can complete us. All right. Here we go. Spiritual guides, angels, and answers of Leo. What do we have, Leo? Okay, a truth. Finally. Fuck. Is somebody going to tell the truth about it? Whoa. And as soon as I said this, this fell down. Well, there could be a group of people that owes you a truth, Leo. I don't know if they're at the barbershop or what. But a truth about not working together and opening a gift that they didn't like. Ooh, this is Pandora's box. She's like, oh, shit. Okay, well, maybe you're finding out you don't want to work with this person or situation. Yeah, something was super disappointing when it came to a soulmate. Oof. Oh my God, the devil. Okay, Leo, you could be doing, hi, Aisha, how are you? Please hit the like button and subscribe. I don't do free readings. I've been reading tarot for 30 years. I've been verified as a clairvoyant. People with gifts like mine are rare to find, and we sure the hell don't give away for free. So this is as free as we get. So you can either pay for a reading, the links are in the chat in the description, or you can get a free yes and no. But Leo's our last one, and then I got a reading. So the devil here. So we have Capricorn. Maybe you're Capricorn with Leo placements. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe this is this devil in life who has been juggling, okay? And now wants to go with the flow and complete a cycle. All right. Well, this come through pretty strong, Leo. Hey, Aisha. Aisha, you were the girl that I never had. Okay, there's the 90s. We did a dance to that song. Motown Phillies. It was like a Boys to Men. Who sang Aisha? Was it Criss Cross? Aisha. Who sang Aisha from the 90s? Wasn't Criss Cross, was it? Who did it? Tell me in the chat right now. Who sang Aisha from the 90s? Aisha, you were the girl that I never had. Anyways, we do a dance routine to it. Mixed into the Boys to Men. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything. But I feel like you're defending yourself against this devil, Leo. They were juggling you. You were trying to go with the flow, and you had to end this cycle. You're like, I ain't a type you can be just going in the flow with. I'm a Leo. I'm the king. I'm the queen. I am the fucking dream. I am the sun, the thing that you need to see. So, yeah, this was the gateway for you to change. Wow. So basically somebody fucking you over, Leo, was a gateway for you to change because you had to sacrifice something and move forward. So it didn't work, Leo. Yo, how'd you know? Who sang it? I sing all the time. I'm a musician. Most creatives, most psychics and healers are creatives in some sense. A lot of them paint, draw. My creative is music. I've been a musician since I was 18. Even before that, I was writing songs, but that's when I learned how to play the guitar. And I play 4 instruments, and I've been on tour and singing stuff. But I also like to, like, I'm good with interior design and also my own. I always look good when I put myself together, but I don't draw or anything. Okay, Leo, I think this is realizing you thought that some shit was going to work and it didn't. Alicia Shab, that's who sings Aisha. Aisha, you were the girl that I had. By the way, will I get my answer? Did you question? Anyways, somebody actually paid for reading, and that's Michelle, and she's next. So if you want a personal reading, then please hit the like button and subscribe. And also pay me, and I'll do your personal reading after Michelle. Yes and no is free, but you have to wait for after Michelle. All right, there's a truth here about something not working and a memory that you thought was a gift, but ended up disappointing you. So this is really giving like, okay, you thought this was a soulmate, ended up being the devil. This is pretty straightforward. There's nothing I can mince here about this. So it's like, maybe they were like, just go with the flow. Or maybe you thought, well, we'll just go with the flow. Maybe you're the Leo and you were telling somebody to go with the flow. And this other person's like, go with the flow, my ass. But I feel like there's more Leo energy. Like, go with the flow, my ass. I'm a queen. The flow here is that we have an equal relationship or we don't have one at all. Yeah, this was a gateway for you to transforming. Wow. You may write about it too. Wow. It could have been a marriage or a real love. There was real love here, but that's not the problem. Love is not enough. I say this over and over again. So what? So what? I love you more than life. So what? And also nobody answered my question about who sang the Aisha song. Somebody put Alicia Schaub, but that ain't who sang it. Now I got to Google it. So, Leo, let me get a card for who sang Aisha. See, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to stop my stream to do this. You guys are on your phone. Google. I hate Google. Is there going to be another better... Who sang Aisha? Who sang from the 90s? I used to know all that stuff. My first concert was like Boys to Men, Jodeci, and MC Hammer. Not my first. I went to other concerts before that, but like as on my own. And why did I? Another ABC, Boys to Men, ABC, BBD, and the West Coast family, the New York family. Was it West Coast or East Coast? And the East Coast family. Okay, good. ABC, another CAD creation, release date October 2nd, 1990. Yes, you got it. You got it. Another you said it. Oh, you are writing about it, Michelle? I love that. See? Awesome. See? It's perfect. Okay. Let's get a card for you. Yes, another bet. Boys to Men, ABC, BBD. Yeah, so I was like obsessed with Jodeci. Forever my lady. Ooh, yeah. I used to like sing that album and like I used to exercise a lot when I still exercise. But with like, I lived out in the middle and I grew up in the middle of nowhere. And I used to like sing it at the top of my lungs. That entire Jodeci album. I was obsessed with Marcus Nelson. He did not like me. He dated a cheerleader and ended up marrying her. They were both... Anyways, I'm glad that didn't work out. All right, so here's the Atlanteans. Okay, legacy, technology, progress, expect acceleration. So this card is all about Leo, something moving fast quickly. So your shit is going to start to take off quickly. So you realize that something that you were working on wasn't working. You thought it was going to be a gift. Ended up being the devil. Could be a Capricorn involved, but I just feel like that's the energy of the opposition that you had to deal with the go with the flow shit. Let's just go with the flow and see what happens. Leo's like, And maybe you were juggling someone else, telling them to go with the flow, and that shit's ended. So this card is all about you moving forward rapidly and being in the vibration of using what you've been through to create a different path. And I feel like, as Michelle just said, this is the gateway. This experience that you had was the gateway for your creativity. All right, so that's what we have. Whew. Good job, we did it. So the Leo's card of the sun came out a million times. And almost every read. So Leo energy has been strong in this, but I really feel like it's about illumination because we are in eclipse season. So y'all are realizing some shit, right? That maybe you didn't see before. And it's changing a lot of you. So that's what I got from today's. Okay, very good. As I put this, I only use this deck when it's like the new or the full moon. All right, so Michelle, you're up, baby. But will I get, what are some insights and energy like number 18, subscribe Scorpio? I don't do free readings, so you can drop the question 80,000 times. But I'm a real psychic and clairvoyant, so why would I be giving you my powers for free? That's like you go into the doctor's office and be like, hey, I got to test you, doc. Give me a free appointment, doc. Get out of here. Get on out of here with that sort of audacity now. I'm a master in my craft. I've been doing this 30 years. I've proven over and again every time I get on this live stream that I am psychic and clairvoyant. I don't know. You believe it, you don't. I don't care. It's not my problem. But I ain't giving it away for free. All right, Michelle. What is... Ooh, new love. Yes, I love new love. Okay. Let me put this away. So, what is the next one? It's going to be Pisces. New moon in Pisces. So it'll be the new moon in Pisces. All right, babes. Let me... So do you have a deck you want me to use? Oh, thank you, gun guy. You're welcome. I'm very good at what I do. Everyone who gets a personal... there's only a few people that haven't, like, said, wow, that's amazing, or some of them cry, but mostly it's just about me trying to do what's best for you. Like, I don't have a... Again, I don't care. Like, I am literally bodhicitta out. I was thinking about that yesterday, and I'm doing something different with my business, and I'm going to be taking it to the next level of promotion, and some stuff is moving around. And I thought, wow, I really don't have any other motivation than bodhicitta at this point in my life. How long did that take me, you guys? Well, I found Buddhism at 22, and now I'm 47. So I guess it took a long time. It took 25 years. But I was also, learning other lessons, okay? It's not like I was just doing that. That's all that was my heart jewel, but... All right, let's do new love. Let's get you the Love is Love deck then. So you're not called to anything, Michelle. Let's see what's coming up. Let me Sage this out. Yeah, Satnin, what are you looking so self-important for? Let me tell you. She's like, because it's my full moon. All right, Satnin. She is something else. Let me do this rabbit. So she's been doing this thing lately where she honk runs after Elvis. It is the funniest thing I have ever heard in my fucking life. So I don't know where she got this idea, but she's been doing this in the last week. It makes me laugh. What question? It makes me laugh my ass off because she honks like, so she sounds like a weird pig boar thing. I call it a bison since that's one of her emanations. She honks as she's chasing Elvis, but it's slowly. It's not like a fast, I'm going to eat you, Elvis. It's like a bison chasing I don't know what. And I stop her because I don't want her to chase Elvis, stress him out. But it is the funniest thing you ever heard in your life. Like, I cannot help it. It is like so hilarious. I'm like, I'm like, stop being this way. We call her a bun terrorista. Conejo terrorista. Conejo is terrorista. Conejo? Is it an A because she's a girl? Conejo is terrorista. Yeah, I have a bunny terrorist here. All right, spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. Let's tap in. Let me tap in. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of Michelle. Everyone in their best and highest good. She's interested in what is new, is coming in love. Please tell us the truth and get insights. Keep my ego and misinterpretation out of it. Let us see what we see. Let's see. So how my readings go, Michelle, if you haven't gotten one from me before, is you get the past. So we're probably going to see what your past love life was like. We'll get the present, energy surrounding you now, and then we have what's coming up new. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, look at this, 10 of Cups. See? So here we are, asking about your love life. See, there, that proves right there. I'm fucking psychic. I didn't put that there. I have powers. The shit was there. You saw me flip it. This is like real life, people. Is this just real life? So what's up for Michelle? All right. Okay. So were you married in the past, Michelle? Yeah. Now you're divorced. Or if you weren't married, you had a stable union with someone, or you thought it was. Something changed in this celebration. Oh my God. So I definitely see that you were married. And if it wasn't actual marriage, it was a long-term commitment. Oh. Yeah. And now you're no longer stuck about it. Okay. So the past is that whatever changed in this union, if it wasn't a formal marriage that you used to celebrate, you're finally getting over this. So I like this. So I see that you are, no, my ex married someone else. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing, that you're finally getting over this. So this definitely affected you, right? But now you're getting over it. This is nice. So ending on the 8 of Swords, I like this because this is showing me that, yeah, this really highly affected you. You were definitely affected by this, your ex marrying somebody else. I don't know if you thought you guys were going to come back together or if he... Yeah. Oh my God. He lied to you. So I don't know if he was being sneaky. Was y'all seeing each other on the side? But now you realize that whatever you thought was going to happen was either his illusions or yours. And now you're over it. So I like this. Yeah, exactly. So I like this. So this is basically saying that I feel like he was fucking you over the whole time, probably saying some shit that, and now you're like finally over it. Yeah. It's like you used to fight. Okay. This is the past. So you thought you was going to get married and then finally you got over it and you're like, oh my God, this dude has been lying the whole time. And you're like, I don't even want to fight for it anymore. Okay. So fuck that. So that's the past. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right. So what's the present? So I'm glad that you're getting over that. And I like that you're writing about it. That makes me happy because it's about you talking about this experience and whatever you went through and how you can help others, right? Like whatever you went through. You no longer have to sit around and wait, and that this has changed you. So this has really changed you. So I like that. So let's get the present. All right. So right now you're looking for this. So I feel like, I don't know if you were dating. Are you dating anybody? We have the King of Cups here. I feel like that might be you just trying to get a hold of your emotions. So really the King of Cups archetype is about somebody who's emotionally mature. Of the water signs, I feel like Scorpio has the most emotional regulation. Or at least they hide it the best, right? So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I really just feel like this is, oh, okay, someone that you're working with. Are you working with somebody? Or you're just working on you being more emotionally regulated? Yeah, to be strong, Leo. Or is this someone that you're working with? Are you dating anyone else? There's you. Yeah, and a King of Pentacles. All right. Nope, been single for years. All right. So, okay, something unexpected is going to happen, though. Look at this. So, you've been working on your emotional regulation, building yourself up, and we have two kings. So I'm like, are you sure someone doesn't like you that you work with? Maybe they do and you don't even know. Maybe they do and you don't even know. Maybe they do and you don't even know. Do you own your own business? Well, I got two kings here. This is you being strong. I feel like this is you being strong around your ex and moving forward, but you are definitely working on your regulation. So we're getting into right now. So we asked about new love, Spirit. Tell me about new love. Yeah. Right now it's saying that I'm a student. This is about you just believing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So this really fucked you up, and this is now you're working on your emotional regulation because the person that you thought you were going to be with is married to someone else. First of all, it doesn't mean that marriage is going to last and that you won't marry this person eventually, but it doesn't matter because we can't sit around and wait for people. So we have the Page of Cups. So this is about you believing if it's possible, yeah, because of timing. So you said you're a student. You've been on a break. So right now you're on this break. So I have to shove these all in this here. So right now, Spirit is saying you need to work on believing in love again. So I don't even know if you believe in love anymore after this. Or you're working on it. I think you do, but you're working on it. Because you're Leo, right? So Leo is the sun. Leo is about happiness and love. You guys are the lovers. Yeah, but you've been on a break because it's like a part of you just didn't want to work on it. Yeah, right. Okay. That's all right now. So this is not telling us anything you don't already know, which is basically you need to take this time to heal and believe in love again. So right now it's very important that you heal because we have the Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Hermit. What is all that? That's I need to take a break because I've been through something very, very traumatic that really affected my foundation and really stressed me out because I not only wasn't expecting this to happen, but I was waiting on it for it to happen to me. Wow. So please don't neglect this time. I know it's kind of cliche, but tarot readers often say, and it's true, that the time that we're single and we're healing, we really need to learn how to appreciate that time. First of all, you can learn how to love yourself better and call in love and appreciate life and realize that being single isn't the end of the world because it's better to be with someone, better to be alone than someone who's going to deceive you. So spend this time to work on yourself alone because I feel like your foundation has really been blown up. So this love situation you had. So what do we have for the future? Yeah, walking away. You need to walk away from any idea that you were supposed to be with this person. I feel like emotional. Yeah, because there's just too much conflict. So don't get yourself in a third-party situation. Don't be a side piece. Don't do any of that. You deserve more than that. You are the main ingredient. You're a Leo, for goodness sake. Someone. Oh my God. What a shit ass. I hate those stories. But you want your child, if you chose to carry or whatever, to be a parent, to know that they deserve better. So I'm so sorry that happened. Yeah, and now you have to choose to heal. So you asked about future love, baby. It may be a while because there's a lot in your energy about this old love. And you know you can't call in your true love if you're still going over. Yeah. So this is also too, I like this here. You have to make a decision. So this is saying for the future in your love. You have to make the decision to stop believing people's bullshit. Heal. So we have Aquarius, we have Sagittarius. And in the middle, we have the Seven of Cups. Heal any illusions and wait for the right thing. So if this ex comes back, I left and moved back to Florida. So if this person comes back around, Spirit is saying, you need to really take a look at the illusions that they caused in your life and why you would settle for that again. And balance out any illusions that you had that waiting was somehow noble or romantic. Because you want something balanced and equal. So let me see what else here. So I think the future of your life is really just going to be about you learning to love you more. And seeing, okay, why is it that I held on for so long? Like, why was I even with someone? Yeah, and hold back until you find somebody worthy. And this is the hardest part. This is where you get these people online that have been like, I've been celibate I'm not saying you got to be celibate, okay? But do not settle for less than what you deserve. And hold back from people who are only creating illusions to get what they want. Walk away from any conflict and choose to heal. This is why I don't fuck. I am not the type. I'm a Leo Venus. I'm not the type to, if you got options, then I'm my options out. I'm not saying that like I don't date people who are just like dating, right? I'm just saying that like I'm not being pitted against anybody. I ain't gonna be an option in your Rolodex wheel of choices here. You can keep them choices because I am the choice. So that's really what you should be in. Yeah, packed up and leave. So it's like, in a sense, Michelle, you know that you are feeding the illusions. And that's the hardest part of healing, I feel like, is forgiving ourselves. It's one thing to forgive other people, but really it's about forgiving ours. That's been the hardest for me. Is like, I forgive myself for staying when I should have gone, or believing in illusions, or whatever. Choosing not to walk away when there was too much conflict. So you're going to learn more of that. Yeah, this heartbreak, yeah. I don't think you've healed from this. I think you need to heal a little longer. Because it's almost like you feel sad that you had to hold back from this person. What was their sign, can I ask? Yeah, King of Wands. What was their sign? This person who married someone else. I'll put you in Wounded Warrior. I'll get one more. So I feel like the message here is just work on you. Yeah, because you're going to be at a crossroads. They might even come back. Oh God, Virgo. Didn't we have a Virgo Leo crossover? We did. They might come back around. I wouldn't do it. But you have free will. Tarot readers can't tell you what to do. I can't even tell my clients that pay me to tell them what to do. Because I don't believe in hierarchy, and I understand that anyone who ever told me what to do along my healing path and I did it, it fucked me over. Because probably I didn't make my own decision, and I just tried to do what other people told me. So, you may be at a crossroads. You might actually meet somebody, a King of Wands, because this is the King of Pentacles, Virgo. You might meet somebody and feel like you're too heartbroken. That's kind of what I'm getting here, is that until you heal these illusions and you feel safe in your body again to love, that you're going to hold back. So I don't know if you just want to have more casual relationships, because the King of Wands here, he looks like a wanderer. Yeah. It's time to heal this. It's time to heal it and be in your own Queen of Swords power and stop juggling this to get to calmer waters and manifest. There you are right there. So babe, I feel like you need to work with somebody. I'm going to be honest with you here. These are the readings I get where I talk to people and I tell them, okay, this is what I do for a living. Work with me, work with somebody. You need healing. Because you haven't let this go. And he's probably going to reach out and just fuck it, you know? You need to cut him off. You need to be like, you know what? I'm first. I'm most important. I'm not going to juggle somebody who's been juggling me. I want to get to calmer waters, and I'm going to magician that. So you are a Queen of Wands. Don't ever forget. You're sexy. You're beautiful. You're powerful. You deserve an equal counterpart. And all I'm seeing is that right now you just don't have that belief in yourself for some reason. And I think it's because of all this pain. So if you haven't gotten traditional therapy or any sort of counseling or help, I am suggesting it just out of love. Because you deserve love, right? But you haven't gotten over it. So how can you call in your true counterpart if you're still hanging on to this one? It's hard. I know. I'm not judging you at all. Like, no, this is what I do for, because I want to help people. Like, I've been there, number one. It's been me. And number two, I realized I couldn't do it alone. I'm going to magically just get over somebody that I was in love with that traumatized me, or that I allowed to be traumatized by. Whatever. We don't need to... I don't like to absolve people of their bad actions, and I don't like to place blame either. It's kind of a mixed bag. And I definitely would never blame anyone for being hurt by somebody else. However, I do want you to heal so that you can have a true love. Because you deserve it, right? You deserve to be loved and to feel healthy and safe and sexy and fun. And something inside of you, and something inside of you made you accept less than that you deserve. Hey, how's it going, Avery? How are you, sweetie? Yeah, you need to go back to therapy. But you know, talk therapy ain't enough, honey. That's why I do somatic work. You can talk about this till the end of time, and it'll keep you trapped in the same fucking loop. So unless you're doing neuro-linguistic programming with your talk therapy, unless you're really processing these things and moving this trauma in your body, because this is a relationship that you had sex with this person, had a child, and they highly traumatized you through their actions. So you were hanging around waiting for something that didn't happen, and then you got hurt. So that trauma is in your body. When trauma gets trapped in the body, it's very hard to move through. Talking about it is not going to work. It helps, but it won't remove it. So anyways, I'm good. Thank you. So that's what we have, Michelle, is that you have to stop, and almost like you need to stop pretending like you don't care. This is almost like you're probably doing the Leo thing. I say that as Leo Venus and Leo Saturn. You're probably hiding your pain from the world, and inside it's eating you alive, and Spirit's saying it's time to get to calmer waters so that you can manifest your true love, because you're sexy and you know it, and you deserve to be somebody's wifey if that's what you want, and you deserve to have an emperor. So that's what I have for you. Find a good healer, find a good counselor. Sometimes it's a combination of both. That's what I do. Like, I heal and counsel people. Sometimes I do a healing session, and we just have to do a healing session, then we do counseling. So find something that can help you move through this pain. And it probably comes from childhood wounding, because why was you waiting around for this loser anyways? Probably waiting for your daddy to come home, okay? We all have been so damaged by our parents, and they didn't mean to, or whatever. Maybe some of them didn't even know. But regardless, it doesn't matter if they meant to or not, you know. You're welcome, sweetie. Doesn't matter if they meant to or not, right? What matters is that we heal. And we're not blaming our parents, but we are realizing that shit happened in our childhood. That shit hurts. We're fucked up, okay? We're all fucked up. Capitalism, we couldn't have the US without us being highly damaged. Why? Because we'd be in our body. We'd be empowered. We would have noticed the fucking red flags beforehand. And the entire US government is one big red flag. And every fucking CEO and all that shit's always been one red flag. Why aren't we doing anything? Well, we're so traumatized. We can't even pay our rent, you know, blah, blah, blah. So you get it. This is what the system wants, is for us to stay stuck in trauma forever. Yes, Satan's plan is the patriarchy, the white supremacy, the classism, and all of it. It's pretty fucked up. All right, moving on. You're welcome. So does anyone else want a reading before I log off or have a question? Yes and no is free. Just hit the like button and subscribe. And everything else is in the chat. So that's what we have, darling. You got this. You deserve to be happy. And there's nothing wrong with you. So once we accept that, I just attended like a CE course. So I'm not a licensed, nor do I want to be, because they're carceral. So anytime that any of their clients have suicidal ideation, they have to report them, and that can get people back. I don't want to be anything that has to do with the government or the law or anything, because So I, however, will attend and pay lots of money for many CE credit courses to learn the newest psychology or whatever people are having breakthroughs on. And I was just at one, and it was called the ACT therapy, and it's about acceptance and compassion in the moment. So not judging ourselves for the things that we've done or the situations that we were in under duress, and just sitting with them non-judgmentally. This is the new type of compassionate therapy for talk therapy. To not judge ourselves, and to move and have the capacity as a therapist to hold the suffering of others, especially in the body, and help to move through it. All right, anybody got any questions? Anyone, Bueller? So we did a personal after we did the all signs. I could stay on a little bit longer. Only been 2 hours. I kind of flew through that. 108 minutes. Very good. Very good, Selena. Okay, Avery, hi. Thanks for the jewels, dear one. I'm good. I'm always good. I'm always good even when I'm bad. Why? Because I'm a master alchemist. Turn shit into bliss is what I do, people. It's called Lojong in Buddhism. Mind training the mind. Essentially, it's just accepting your shitty-ass conditions and turning them into conditions that help you have spiritual growth and or material growth. Yeah, huh, baby? She's my sweet baby. You guys want to see Satnin? I think she wants to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to get her off here, and I'm going to go grab some cinnamon rolls. But you can see my baby first. Here's my baby. You see my babe? She's like, what the fuck are you doing to me? Satnin has a strong sense of self. And so if you fuck with Satnin, she's really mini read is okay. Yeah. Send, here, babes, can you pay me here? There's no reason you can't pay me here unless you really want to, because otherwise you got to add 30%, mug. So I'll do a mini reading. You can pay me. I'll turn on my super chat, but you got to add 30% because YouTube takes 30%, number one. And they only pay out once a month. So I just got paid. So yeah, I can do that, but you will have to pay 30% more. So that would be, what's 3 times 1.7 would be 3 plus 2, 5. So 2. So it'd be like $20. All right, Michelle, let me get that. So here's Satnin, my magic rabbit, who has a strong sense of I, and she was a nun in a past life, and my Nunching Dharmapala protector. She was a dog with me for many lifetimes. She was my Shih Tzu. And her ego is huge. Probably so huge it would have taken a lot longer to attain enlightenment, so she just decided to. Okay, so do you want to do it with super chat, mug? I can. Tell me what you want to do, mug. Okay, Michelle, let me put Satnin away and go get a. I'll be right back. So mug, let me know if you want me to turn on the super chat. I will. Okay, I'm coming back in. I got my cinnamon rolls. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll turn it on. No worries. Let me do it. Hold on. Takes a second. It's easy to do. Takes a second. It's easy to do. I'll turn my super chat on for you. Let me also, Michelle, hold on. I got good sleep last night. That was so good. Finally slept for 8 hours. Ugh. I can do like 2 to 3 to 4 days of less than that, but then I get tired. Mama needs her sleep. Mama needs her sleep. Hold on, let me go to the stream over here and put it in. I gotta turn on my super chat. So I'm eating some health food now. Healthy snack. Shut up. Let's see. Going down here. Supers and gifts. Let's turn on the super chat. Turn it off. What's a super sticker and super things? I don't even know what the fit is. Okay. Refresh, maybe go out of the video and come back again. Mug. My name is Mud. I was listening to a star teaching of the Lakota people yesterday from David Little Alt, and he was talking about the gendered practices and spiritual beliefs that they have that they got from their Lakota star ancestry. And one of them was talking about gender and how certain, you know. Okay, turn the super chat on. Give me a 20. So if you guys want to use super chat, you got to add 30%. Actually, I think it's more than 20. Let me get my calculators out. Yeah, it's $5. All right. It's actually $22.10. Can you send me another $2.10, mug? That would be 30%. So for a mini, it's going to be $22.10. So $2.10 more cents. Yeah, I'm going to split hairs. But anyway. Okay. Yeah, I do that because I don't want to feed the drug dealer. So YouTube takes 30%, 30%, you guys, from all their creators. 30. That's why people, and then they're like, well, just do make memberships. Motherfuckers, I ain't on enough here to do memberships. You know, if you have memberships, you have to come every day. Maybe one day in the future, but I ain't got time for that. If it don't pay me, I ain't paying it mind. I'm at this crone part of my life. I ain't a crone yet. I'm still. All right. Anyways, moving on. Okay, Mug, what is your question? Thank you, dear. All right, Mug, you rock. I'm going to do a little heart here. We love you, Mug. Okay, so, Michelle, you're still here. And also, Mug, what is your question, my dear? So, Mug, you think about your question. I'm going to answer Michelle's yes or no real quick. Okay, spiritual guides, angel, and then drop your question, Muggy. My name is Mug. My name is Mud, but why I always like make funny songs and have lines of movies in my head. It's a very probably masculine part of my personality. And they were talking about the different rituals and why that there are 3 rituals in Lakota practices are only for men. It's funny he named the 3 rituals. I'm like, I'm not attracted to any of those rituals. I've never wanted to do those 3. And then he was saying the reason that men have to do that is so that they can become equals with women. So that women are, he told the reason of why women are on a higher elevation, spiritually speaking, and then that the men to make up with it. And then he said, and then there are people that have both the perspective of the man and the woman, and those people are very holy, and we respect them. I'm like, I'm one of those people. I'm both of it, okay? All right, spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of Michelle will probably not. Politically speaking, I'm going to say no, but let's see what the tarot says, Michelle. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of Michelle. Will their VA disability increase this year? So let's see. It's guaranteed. All right, this is good. Okay, you got 2 yeses. So I like that answer better than what I thought, which is the government. But it looks like it's guaranteed to go up. So make sure you're up on your paperwork, Michelle. Okay, so Mug, you didn't even ask me a question, Bubba. You want a mini reading? So how we do it is one of 2 ways. You either have a question when you get a reading from me, or you just get a message from your spiritual guides. You're welcome, Michelle. Or you get a message from your spiritual guides. It's totally up to you. So, Mug, do you want a question from your spiritual guides? Or do you want just a mini reading on what they... Okay, health problem. Okay, let's find out. Ooh. I hope so, Mug. I hope so. Well, I hope that they do, my friend. I don't know what kind of health problems y'all are having, but I pray that they do become better, dear. I'm going to use... What's your sign, Mug? Or should I just use what I... So I always... Did I just get... What's on my... Do you want me to use a deck based upon your sign, or do you want me to use a deck that I feel drawn to? All right. Mug, are you here? I'm being meditative for you right now. Bull, LOL. Bull. What? I don't know what that means, Mug. Bull. Oh, you're a Taurus. Oh. I was like, bull. That's funny because that's so hilarious. That's hilarious that you're saying that, because when I closed my eyes and I said, what do you want me to use when I was talking, this is what came out. This would be the deck I use for Taurus. So I'm going to use this deck because you confirmed it after I saw it. That's how you know I'm psychic. That's how I know I'm psychic. You don't have to know, but I do. All right, here we go. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. Let's get some. You don't have to know I'm psychic, but I do. I mean, it's always been confirmed my whole life. But when I was young, it was gaslit all the time. So, it's not unusual for adults in the 80s and 90s for when a 4-year-old tells them something that they don't want people to know to deny it. And it's still not unusual now. However, I was also gaslit by my spiritual family too. Told I was the problem when I'd point out very obvious problems that were incongruent with Buddhism. So, anywho, spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of Mug, please give me the message, 3 to 5 card for Mug. Please tell me about the health problems in the family. I hope that they do get better, dear one. So I'm using all my cards are in the upright. I'm using the Tibetan Tarot. Oh, that came out sideways. Whew, somebody isn't walking away from something. Holy shit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, I have your energy, actually. The Knight of Coins. This is Taurus's card. Something's taking a long time. So it looks like there's been some health issues for a long time. You've been juggling the devil. Okay. All right. I'm going to say this. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're probably not going to like it. That's why I'm being quiet. Because I know Taurus pretty well. I have a Taurus moon. My first love that got away was a Taurus. I know how they are. So this is saying you're not walking away from some obsession about watching your health issues or something. Who are you paying? So are you paying for somebody's the burden? I have 2 pages here. One page is obsessed with watching something, and that prevents them from walking away and moving forward to explore. So are you paying for people to survive? Is this the problem here? That they continually have health problems, and this is preventing you from moving forward in life? Is somebody, it's like you can't stop watching it. The Page of Swords in reverse is like, ugh. Obsession, stalking, watching, or someone is not walking away from, do they drink too much? Are these people in any way contributing to their bad health? So that's why I'm saying I'm trying to be tactful and sweet, and I don't want to accuse anybody, and I don't want to blame people for bad health, okay? So we're not doing healthism and ableism over here. However, these cards are telling me that you're not leaving because you're obsessed with watching these people, and that's preventing you from moving forward, and it's taking forever. Or it's saying, could be both, that the reason why these health problems keep occurring is because people aren't watching what they do, right? They don't have their eye on moving forward to explore. What? Maybe, do you use alternative health methods? Are people just eating and drinking poorly and not moving their body? If they are disabled and can't move their body in regular ways, like, are they able to move their mind or feel like they're in healthy community? Yeah. You got to stop. This is why I can't fuck with Taurus. They're too stubborn. The love of my life is a Taurus. I was meant to be his consort forever. We were born together. We found each other. Can you imagine? Going lifetimes and finding somebody else again? Excuse me, but he is very hung up on his family, and they're fucking devils, right? They're trash people. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying they are. And so this that's been a devil for him. His life hasn't moved forward. He is not happy. I don't even know if he has sex. His wife has cheated on him a million times. She's mentally ill. His mother's mentally ill. His father's very toxic. Everybody is just all the time. And it's like, okay, well, there you go. Taurus, you can choose to sacrifice your entire life for this, but it'll never end, and you'll just have to come back until you choose yourself. Do you love hard, or are you attached? Because there's a difference. Is that hard love, or is that attachment? Is that insecurity? I'm not accusing, I'm asking. Does my ex love his family, or is he attached and scared? Does he have a martyr sense of devotion? Well, unfortunately, if you can die like that, I did, as my last life as a man, as a Capricorn man. And guess what? I had to come back and deal with it anyways. So you can spend your whole life and lifetime stuck here waiting. And eventually you're going to have to choose you. And that's the end of the story. So I don't think it's love that keeps you trapped. I think it's attachment. Comfort, laziness. It's not love. Because when you really love people, you're going to help them love themselves. And you can't make anyone love themselves. So if you think your life is here to be sacrificed for others, and I can't stop you, go ahead and do it. As far as your family and whether their health is going to change, no. Why? Probably because you're enabling them. So either they're obsessed with it and they won't stop obsessing to move forward and try other methods to heal. So maybe they are all about that Western, medicine, and it's not helping, and they won't go to try Eastern medicine or New Age medicine is just old indigenous medicine, okay? White people just steal everything from indigenous practices and call it New Age. They do it with Buddhist psychology. They do it with everything. They do it with the Ifa. They do it with every fucking thing ever. However, many of those practices, if done properly and with indigenous healers, are way better than Western medicine. So it's kind of up to you guys. You can do what you want. You have freedom. You have life. You have free will. But this is preventing, so either people aren't paying attention to what they're doing, and that means nothing is changing because you asked about their health, or this is telling me that your obsession with what their quote-unquote health is stopping you from living your best life. And so either way, it ain't on me, it's on you. Because real love is about wishing someone to be happy and free from suffering. Attachment is thinking, I'm going to save them, or they're going to save me. And the truth is, no one is here to save you but you. And that's the truth. And if you believe in blood magic and you want to bind yourself to a set of DNA, you can do that for lifetimes. People call it lineage, they call it ancestry. I call it bullshit. I was stuck in those ancestral lineages for eons. I didn't leave. And I was fucking miserable. Until finally, instead of doing the right thing, I managed to fling my consciousness over to the West. Got trapped in the same type of family dynamic where they were first and everyone's happiness was first. Until I just died out because I didn't choose myself. And so finally now, here I am choosing myself. So eventually you're going to have to choose you. It's up to you, darling. Everyone has free will. I ain't don't listen to me. You do you. We're all going to be Buddha one day. It's kind of a matter of time. I'm telling you, the quick path to it, though, is understanding when you're giving to something and it ain't ever going to set you free. So you do you, babes, but I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. Why? Because either they're doing the same things to make their health shitty over and over again. Or two, your obsession with it is the reason that you're trapped. So, believe you me, when you cut off codependent, narcissistic people, they will find somebody else. I'm not saying your family's codependent, narcissist. Seems a little codependent, but I'm not saying they're narcissists. But don't you worry. They'll find someone else to drain the life out of. Or they won't, and they'll finally take responsibility for their own health and happiness. I don't know. You ain't paying me for all that. You know? When you die, y'all gonna change forms anyways. I ain't into blood packs or whatever. Blood magic don't mean nothing to me. I've said this before. Okay, babies. I got a little too deep, I guess, when I started talking about that blood magic family bullshit. But the internet's like, whoa, man, she getting a little too deep for us here. Shit, and maybe they just thought I was talking about the Zionists in Israel. They're like, blood magic? Fuck, we better stop this stream. She just got us. Fuck the Zionists. Fuck them. Fuck them. Israel isn't real. Nothing is real in a nation state made up to kill. Yep. I do be speaking harsh truths that people already know, and somehow I gotta say it. I don't understand. You don't understand how you don't understand. Alright, well, I've been on here for quite some time. Wow, only 2 hours? I did all the 12 signs and 2 personal readings? Alright, then, cheerio. Top of the morning to you. I'll stay on for a little bit more. And then I will probably leave to go about my daytime. Tracker's on tonight, so I gotta prepare for my boyfriend's coming back. It's my Mercury retrograde. My boyfriend Tracker came back. Baby, come back. And then me. Yeah. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Yes and no is free. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Might do one little, maybe I'll do an eclipse reading because I didn't really do an eclipse reading, and this is more the full moon. I don't know when it hits exactly. I do know that the full moon peaks, I think, around well, technically it goes into Virgo tomorrow. So we're in Leo right now. So it'll be full. I think it peaks at like 7 a.m. Eastern time, but I don't know when the eclipse part of it happens. So I might do some eclipse energy because we did have a lot of revelations come through on the all sides reading because we had a ton of the sun that was appearing. So maybe I'll just do another little one, see if anyone else wants to hang out for a little bit, and then log off. Baby, come back. I'm gonna turn off my super chat. I understand. I'm gonna turn it off. What's a super sticker? I have no idea what this even means. What's a super sticker do? Somebody better not be buying me some super stickers. Okay, so trying to super chat, but the stickers here, whatever that means. So if you have a question, yes and no is free. Just drop it in the chat. I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30. I don't do free readings. Okay, I say it a million times. No actual psychic or clairvoyant is doing free tarot readings. Okay, but I'll do a free yes and no because I love you and I want to build the channel. This was on one of my tarot bags. So if you have a question, now is the time to drop it like it's hot. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a little eclipse reading and probably end the stream. Like 6 planets all lined up in sunshine. I saw a really good, I don't know, I feel great. My life is fucking amazing right now. And things are only going to get better. But, you know, for 47 years, it was not anything to write to. And then I didn't have, yeah, I'm still taking readings, Robert. How are you, sweetie? Welcome back, babes. Baby, come back. Yeah. It only took me 47 years to get here, no big deal, and like countless lifetimes to finally take my power back and like love myself enough to choose me and start to see when people are not. Now I can see it pretty quickly. So in my last couple of years of things, I have noticed, I see like people who pretend to want to be my friends. They don't really want to be my friends. And then they cut me down. We're going to be no more of that in my life. If you can't stand in your power and accept yourself and love you as you are, then you definitely aren't going to accept and love me as I am. And then you're just going to either want to be taken from me or trying to make me small in life. And we're not doing that anymore. Sorry, I'm awesome. Hashtag not sorry. Hashtag not sorry. It only took almost all my lives. Okay. All lives to become a Buddha and be awesome bodhisattva. Shut up. Do it now. Don't be jealous. Just do it. Yeah, Robert, I'm still taking readings, dear one. So let's play. I don't have anybody doing personal readings right now. I haven't gotten to use these as much as I want. I really love these cards, actually. And I didn't think I would. I told you the 3 decks I just got, that was the one that I was like, no, I'm not really into numerology. Anything developed by white people, especially white men, I'm not a huge fan of. No, I'm not into colonizer logic so much. Turns out I'm not a big fan of colonization. Turns out I did want to give it a chance. Turns out I haven't. It sucks. Okay. Also, so does tribalism and all the things that make us bound to a family that just isn't shit. So, turns out it's the age of Aquarius. We need to think of a whole new way of being. Turns out. So let's play. So until I get a personal reading, so Robert, until you pay me or whoever, I don't even have any yes and no's. I'm just going to fuck around a little until it's time to go on. And I'll probably work out today. I think there's once or twice this week I didn't. I try to work out 5 to 6 days a week. I always take at least 1 off, but I think I took 2 off this week. So probably should go lift some weights, build up my muscle mass, get my bone density moving. Okay, let's do readings, guys. What do we have? Yeah, Robert, Charles, do readings. I want to read for you. Now the chat's finally working, right? You're welcome, Mug. All right, babies. Ooh, I love that. Here, this is one of my favorite decks. But then I was listening to David Little Elk, and he said Wankan Tonkin wasn't a person, but a community of beings. And I was like, whoa. Oh, my God. So, of all the indigenous tribes, and I don't know if it's because of my ancestry. I think I got a speck of something in there, probably Sioux, since that's where my family's from. But I'm always attracted most to Lakota. more than any, and their teachings and the land and everything, because they were the Sioux and the Cree, and they moved kind of up and around and down and got pushed over. So I was listening to David Little Elk yesterday, and he said that the Wankantaka is not a person or a deity, it's a collective. And I was like, whoa, that makes so much more sense. And I'm like, well, who is this guy and who made him the boss? So he was from Rose, I think, and he gets his info there. So then I'm like, well, should I ask people? And I'm like, well, it's probably just like Buddhism. So in Tibet, there was 4 major lineages of Buddhism, and they all kind of have different interpretations of the same thing. So it's not like he's wrong or someone else is wrong. It's just the way that he learned, right? So, and then he told me something that blew my mind. I'm like, well, no fucking shit. My mind was blown. He said that in Lakota, their star teachings, again, this is the star teachings, that, and I've studied with Warfield Moose Jr. too. So that was like my first experience. And Mioti. So he said that they don't have a creator god in the Lakota beliefs. And my mouth fell on the floor. And I was like, this is it, man. I don't either. Neither do Buddhists. We don't have a creator god. They're deities, they're beings, there are ways that things come, but no, ain't no creator. And so I really love that. I was like, land bridge. This is what I'm talking about. My ancestors and yours. Woo woo. And then I guess I'm the crossover. Anywho, I don't know, but I loved it. And there are some things that were harder. And, you know, I like that he's an honest teacher. He's like, this is the gendered roles that people had, and these are those ceremonies that they can do. And then he's like, but then there's some, I feel like me, that have both masculine and feminine perspective, which I definitely do, because most of my life I have felt definitely more masculine and feminine. And now I'm finally getting to my femininity. That only took me 7 years. But, you know, when you're a woman over and over and over and over again for countless lifetimes because you refuse to be second-class citizen, then having a womb is going to be a new space. All right, so let's move on. Anybody want a reading? They better pay me. Yes and no is free. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just do this little bit of collective lunar eclipse reading. I feel like the sun came through a lot, so that's probably a big part of it. We're going to start to realize things, as we should. All right, what's the importance of this all if we're not actually integrating? All right, why is this shit happening? Baby, come back. So I'll stay on a little while longer. All right, here we go. So think of something, y'all. Think of something you want to think of. Think of something you want to think of. And let's do this. Let's do this. Huh? Godin. Here we go. What is the eclipse telling us? Compassion. Fucking yes. What is compassion? Compassion is the way, well, according to Buddha, everything I know is Buddhism. I've been studying Buddhism since 22. I don't have another. When I left the religious institution, and I think one of my comrades was scared, my Sangha members, I was like, I have been practicing and studying Buddhism hardcore, like not in an ordinary way, right? Not just as something to do, but as if I actually wanted to become Buddha since I was 22 years old. My brain chemistry is completely rewired. At this point, I found Buddhism before my frontal cortex closed, and enough time to get healing on the path before. So compassion is a big one here, people. According to Buddha, compassion is a mind that wishes for others to be free from suffering. It doesn't even have to do, that's not even compassion in action. Compassion is just compassion, period. Wishes for others to be free from suffering. So I feel like there's kind of a lack of compassion in this world, right? Find what out. Domestic harmony and manifestation. Interesting. Well, maybe we need to have some sort of compassion in order for us to manifest this domestic harmony. Yeah, on a new adventure. Whoa. So some of you guys might be in a situation where you feel like nothing is happening, you know, nothing is changing, and it's time to go on a new adventure. And I feel like maybe that adventure is compassion. So some of us don't really know what compassion is. That's why we get stuck into things. Oh my God. Rebirth. That's why we get stuck into things that we don't like. We think compassion is I'm going to overgive until, you know, I'm drained of all of my life and I want to blow up a building. No, that's not compassion. That's called crazy compassion. And that's giving away your time and energy to things that will only drain you forever. So there's something about you being reborn in this mind of compassion in order to create this manifestation of domestic harmony. Wow. Financial discipline could be required here. So if people are constantly draining your finances, you might have to cut them off, kids. With compassion, again. We're not over here judging anybody. But how can we help others if we ourselves are barely floating? Is this the final card? Oh my God, this is the last card. Wow, there's 99 cards in here. That's amazing. This card indicates a need to be kind and compassionate towards others, especially those who extend beyond your family and circle of friends. So yeah, the reason why the US is so fucked up is because most people don't even think beyond their small circle of friends. That's why I've become a bodhisattva. Everyone's my friend and family. Everyone's equally important to me. Hubbard, I mean, I treat them all the same because some of them don't act right. Whether it's an ill-tempered clerk at the supermarket or a homeless person on the street, you're being urged to look beyond your judgment and see what lies beneath. Aw. Don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. So this is basically reminding you to be compassionate, you know. And maybe you had some sort of lack in compassion in your family. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to open your heart and mind to see the others through the eyes of love. Every time you feel someone's pain, as if it was your own, raise your personal vibration. So that's empathy, and that's not the same as compassion. See, this is why white people are so fucked up. Taking on the suffering of others is like an empathetic quality. Compassion has nothing to do. You're not increasing your suffering. You're wishing for them to be free, but from a real place, not just an intellectual exercise. That's pity. So we don't have these words kind of separated. When you show kindness towards a stranger, you're living as your higher self. That's your understanding aligning you with the divine. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to, harmonize, and be in cycle with others to show compassion. It says affirmation, I am compassionate toward others and attract the same in return. Well, maybe this is it. Maybe more domestic harmony is needed for more compassion. And this is how you're going to manifest this rebirth. So compassion doesn't mean we overgive and we just give them all of our money and we're just constantly on the phone with them, listening to them whine. I feel like those situations are most like the spiritual guides are like, hello, are you going to stop? Or, you know, compassion sometimes is firm. Hey, I can't help you out here anymore. You need to do this for yourself. So anywho, take it as it resonates. What else do we have for our, I'm going to use the, we already used the Divine Masters. Let's use the Psychic Tarot Oracle. So hello, whoever's here. If you have a question, let me know. Yes and no is free. Just hit the like button and subscribe for a free yes and no. I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30. I don't do free readings. So let me know if you have a question. Yes and no is free. Otherwise, everything is in the chat and description. So this is about some sort of rebirth in our compassion when it comes to our domestic harmony, because we're waiting for a manifestation to come through. And maybe the manifestation of having this wise compassion is what we call it, is actually going to allow for more domestic harmony indeed. All right. Oh my God. What do we have? The crown chakra. So listen to your spiritual guides. Whoa, 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 whoa. About something. Memories of love. This is a soulmate connection, or this is about people that you love the most. You need to stand your ground. Whoa. Okay, well, we're drawing out this theme then, you guys. We have to understand the wisdom of compassion. This is why I'm so fortunate to have Buddhist teachings, because we use wisdom and compassion. And we understand if we're constantly just giving and giving and giving to something, it isn't actually making the situation better. People have to have self-empowerment and our compassion to help them. And if we're just without compassion and we see the world that way, then we get what we've got, which is just fucking sociopathic individualist capitalism. This is the US government, you know, that's what we'll get. The Donald Trump, okay? So that's what compassion is, number one. Put that at the center. However, we have to be wise and stand our ground. Wow, so that someone can heal. So this could be an Aquarius I'm dealing with, you're dealing with, or this is about healing something. Okay, standing your ground, healing. Yeah. No longer sacrificing is what I heard. We're not sacrificing ourselves anymore. Instead, we're going to have hope. And we're going to see that self-sacrifice is not the way. Because it feeds into that victim, hero, savior complex, right? Like, oh, this is the victim. I'm going to be the hero. What is it? No, villain, victim, and savior. Oh, the victim is this person who's constantly hurt by the villain, and I'm going to come in and save them. Maybe the villain is like a mindset or an issue in their life that's not a person. But you don't have to sacrifice. So we have Pisces energy here, and we have Aquarius energy. You could be on the cusp. We're literally in, well, we're past the cusp now, but you could be dealing with the Pisces or Aquarius. But this is about the eclipse energy of having this compassionate rebirth where you're standing your ground. And maybe this is a soulmate. Maybe somebody's coming back around and you need to have compassion. Maybe they didn't have financial discipline. Yeah. What else? Ooh, this is recognition and reward. So you might have to work with this person. You might want to work with them, not have to. But this is about growing and having a new beginning. Wow, thank you, Spirit. So at the bottom of that, ooh, and moving forward after a lot of bullshit to have stability. Okay, so there might have been someone that was deceptive previously, and now they're coming back around. Are you being asked to have compassion? Maybe they had to heal. Maybe they have their own journey to go on, or maybe this is about you realizing they have their own journey. I need to have mine so you can have yours. And when you've healed and we're in alignment, we'll come back together again. Why? Because the love is real. The soulmate bond is real. And I've healed. And I've become wise. The sacrifice of the hangman is you lying forever in your own wisdom to see the truth, right? What does the hangman do? I just want to sit and this is me. My life is the hangman. Although I have to go out into the world, and I do. But most of my time alone is spent in contemplation if I'm not actually working. Hey, how's it going, Heidi? How are you? Welcome. Welcome, dear one, to Magic Rabbit Tarot. So I did the all signs readings. I'm like, why is my nose stuffing? Well, probably because the air conditioning is blowing right into it. All right, what else do I want to get here? So let's get some tarot on this. So this one is just oh, welcome, sweetie. Hit the like button, would you? And subscribe. And if you have a yes or no, that's free. As soon as I see those two things go up, you can drop your yes or no. I don't do free readings because no actual psychic or clairvoyant is free readings. Healers aren't free. If we had a world where we rematriate the earth with indigenous ways, we'll get rid of money, then I'll offer my things for free because everything will be free. And then in turn, I will get what I need. So if we all just honored the gifts that everyone has and into capitalism, we'll be fine. We can keep all of our cool stuff, guys. Awesome. All right, well, then drop your question as I continue on. So we have Aries energy, Pisces, and Aquarius. But I really just feel like this is about you having this domestic harmony and a new beginning. Yeah, Knight of Cups. You've been faithful. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. You've been faithful. You've been doing the work. Wow. I like this. I don't know. Faithful to your work. Yeah, and strong. So Leo energy. You've been so strong, collective. You've been faithful to this work that you've been doing, this illumination, this self-illumination. And this is bringing in this new beginning, and you're going to work with someone, some manifestation that you're calling in after some financial discipline too. Is that my voice is going? This is weird. I don't know why. So we have Seven of Swords. Someone was deceptive, and we had that under here. So someone was deceptive. I don't know if they were married or what, but somebody was deceptive. You had to be strong. Yeah, the Empress. Oh my God, were they married? Were they deceptive about their mother? Maybe your mother was deceptive. So you have Taurus, Libra. Somebody's moving forward after being patient. Whoa. Okay, so double Pisces. Double Pisces. So we have Taurus, Libra, who's moving forward with a victory after being patient. Waiting for equal give and take with the Virgo Hermit. No, this is saying it's better to be alone and wait for equal give and take. That's what it's saying. Wow. So instead of allowing yourself to be drained of your finances and your compassion and your will to live because you quote unquote love someone, it's time for you to work together to have more stability, more harmony, maybe change the way you view something and move forward on your own. Yeah, it's the King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, to manifest something. Or this could be about your new beginning in this eclipse energy that you're manifesting and drawing in as a King or Queen of Wands. Shine your inner candle bright enough for others to follow. So someone here is having a victory moving forward. So Pisces, Taurus, Libra. Yeah, after ending something, you were patient enough. Oh, she looks so sad. Hurt people, and they're hurt witches. Whoa. So maybe this is a story that you like waited around for someone to change for so long. So long. She looks so sad. Why are you looking that sad at your hair curse? It felt like a curse maybe to wait for someone that you love to change. And for them to be deceptive. Maybe you were just deceiving yourself. You thought, oh, there's going to be a new beginning here with this person any day now. No, there's not. Your heart had to change. They're not changing. It's not your job to change them. What are you waiting for? So we got Virgo, but I feel like it's better for you to be alone. Do the cards show why he left? I don't know. Do you want a personal reading, Heidi? This is just the overall collective. Oh my God, we have a new beginning of love. Okay, so once collective, this is a collective reading for everybody. I don't know who I'm reading for. There are a lot of people that will be watching in the future that this is for. So this Ace of Cups, do you feel it in your heart? That's potential, dear. Yeah, and Ace of Swords, there's truth about you. Wow, and a judgment call. Woo! From far away that you don't know about. Someone wants to say this, sorry. I got a lot of love, but I don't want to let go. All right. Wow, that's pretty intense. So this is Mercury retrogrades. Yeah, well, maybe it is for you, darling. But we have a new beginning in love here, but something has to change. Maybe you have compassion. Maybe there's just, I don't know, that everyone's going to be different, right? You were waiting, and so you had to stop this because you're like, what am I waiting for? This is like us in the U.S. government. Are we waiting for someone to save us? Are we waiting for Donald Trump to like forget himself? It's not just him, it's all of them. What are we waiting for? No, man. French Revolution. Hello. End it. Stop it. Disinvest. What are we doing? Why? So this is what I'm saying. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. We have to work together with mutual aid. This is the way. Create new systems that aren't dependent on the government. But in order to do that, you have to realize that the people in your, general vicinity aren't going to be like you on a lot of things. And most people don't have the regulated nervous system for that. So that's why it's probably not going to be pretty. But we do have a new beginning in love here. And this is the collective energy and a truth coming out to you. Maybe you're King or Queen of Cups about a judgment. So maybe somebody was waiting on something to change and they didn't tell you about this. Whoa. All right. If anyone has a question, let me know. So what else about this? Because I wanted just kind of a collective energy for the eclipse. What else, Spirit? It seems like a love reading, but I didn't even make it about love, but it is something to do with domesticity. Domesticity. So in order for us to move forward from this hangman, what chakras need to heal? So if anyone has a question, now's the time to ask it because I'm getting tired. And so unless somebody pays me, I'm going to log off after this. So if you want a personal reading with a real psychic, clairvoyant, now's the time. I don't know when I'm coming on again. It's not going to be anytime soon. I'm probably only going to be on like once in the next 3 weeks or twice, maybe. I'm very busy. So you had to heal this. Maybe you were looking for perfection or you had to heal your own sense of stability, which makes sense with a domestic harmony. Maybe you needed compassion in a different way. You were looking for perfect. You want to perfect something, but Spirit is saying that was already in you. There's nothing to perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be there for someone all the time. That you're already stable on your own. Yeah. And you had guilt. Look at this. Around your creativity, get some drunk ass motherfucker here. Drinking their life away and you're doing all the work. Oh boy, it's around your creativity. So you got to work on this creativity about why you feel guilty about this shit. Is it, what's the fuck? What's guilt? We don't do guilt in Buddhism. Whew, hallelujah. We do a sense of shame, which protects us from doing something stupid because we don't want to, bring ill repute upon all of Buddhism. So that's a very Theravada way to be. But moreover, we have regret, which is, oh my God, I regret I did that because it's going to ripen on me because we believe in karma. So we don't do guilt. We don't do shame. We don't do that. We do more of like, okay, so we don't guilt like we aren't doing somebody's laundry out of guilt. What the fuck is that? You do it out of compassion or you don't do it, right? And see how it's a chain. Oh Lord, she got a chain on there taking care of that drunk ass. I don't want to be in those sort of karmic contracts anymore, I don't want to do this anymore with these people. I don't like this. So that's why freeing ourselves from codependency is so important. Vanity. Okay, maybe this person is vain. I think they're powerful. They may speak in a vain way. Maybe they think they're a great sorcerer. I'm a great sorcerer. Listen to me. All right, one more here. So we have to work on our vanity, work on our guilt. Maybe we don't want to tell people about this situation. Yeah, and mysticism, third eye, that came out the other day too. Ooh, and discovery. Discover your own powerful, I don't know, life on your own. Nothing was ever going to be perfect, but maybe it's stable enough. Here we have the spirit of the owl or something trying to tell you, love yourself, motherfucker. This is how you get what you want. So there we go. Work on those. And now let's get some oracle here. And then I'm going to wrap it up. So if anyone has a question, now's the time, you guys. I guess Charles changed his mind. Robert Charles. Here we go. What else for this eclipse journey that we're on, where we're freeing ourselves? Luck. Ooh, I like that. And we've got the rabbit that tells tarot. I love it. That's mean Satnin. It's just Satnin. Okay, so 44 is be honest. Oh boy. Be honest. That's not a big popular thing here in the West. take a chance. Be honest and take a chance. See what else we got. Stone. What's this one? Find your balance. Well, we did have the 6 of Pentacles. That's about equal give and take. What is the balance? What can you give to this person or situation healthily that doesn't take from you? What can you give? And do that. And do that. Find a balance. If you're overgiving, you're going to fall over. And then you're going to get sick. So, what else for the eclipse portal? What I want to get another. Oh, I wanted to get the power animal oracles. What can we do? Can we spirit? Can we conjure up here to get us to go where we need to go? Do what we need to do. Do the thing you need to do. All right. Oh, eagle spirit. Well, trust in your higher self. Okay, that's pretty fucking straightforward. You know there's something calling you. It says, according to spiritual law, spirit's intent expresses to the personality easily and fluidly. Your light will shine if you let it, and all that you want will come in without ever needing to know how. Ooh, that's about that manifestation earlier. To follow your spiritual path, your only job is to listen and heed spirit's discoveries, and your life will flow quite easily and naturally. Your conscious mind is meant to be a receiver and transmitter of these urges. Wow. Translating information sent from spirit through pure awareness into physical realm and decipherable communication. Since your ego's willfulness can interfere and misdirect, you must pay close attention to discern which is which. Yeah, that's really the hardest part. Is like, is this message from me, or knowing that your higher self will only give you straightforward, positive, and encouraging support, whereas the ego's voice will be negative and discouraging. Let this ageless wisdom that is your spiritual birthright come through. Additional association, vision, courage, universality, and masculinity. All right, it's about taking the power back. Okay, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Thank you to Michelle and Mug for the readings. And if you missed your all signs reading, just scroll back. I'm going to timestamp this. So now is the time in the day where I clean up the table. And if you want a reading, you better pay me before the card is gone. Otherwise, I will just see you when I see ya. Now is, I feel like not Dr. Seuss, but Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers used to do this when he, did you guys grow up on Mr. Rogers? I did. And when the story was over, he would be like, well, now our time has come to separate. And he's like, by the time I get to the door in my new sweater and change my shoes, this program is going to be over. That's what I feel like when I do this part of the day. So pretty good. I didn't get any love info per se, but this could be about all those things and none of them, right? But it is about discovering your own sense of stability, since we had the base chakra come out twice. So really having that sense of structure and stability in your own life. And maybe you feel like people have been too dependent on you or vice versa, but now you're going to end this cycle maybe of overgiving, hopefully, and understanding what true compassion is. And yeah, it's different for everybody, obviously. Hi, how are you, Alice in Wonderland? What a nice name. Welcome to Magic Rabbit Tarot. How you doing today? It's Sunday Fun Day. Well, hello. Sunday Fun Day. We'll eat for dinner. I'm so tired of eating. I go through this every day where I'm like, I don't want anything ever. Okay. Welcome, Alice in Wonderland. If you want to know your all signs reading, we've done that. Otherwise, I'm only doing paid readings at this point. So if you want a personal, the links are in the chat and description, and you have until I clean up this table to do it. And if not, then you can write me at magigrabbittarot@gmail.com. Thank you. I'm good. Well, I hope that you're happy and free from suffering. I am a bodhisattva, so probably means you're some sort of alignment with your higher self and your greater purpose if you're attracted to me. Because I'm a real one, baby. I'm a real one, baby. I don't meet anybody like me too often. They're out there. We're out there. We're doing things. But there's a lot of talk about spiritual stuff and not a lot of action. So that's what I've noticed in my 30 years of being a spiritual seeker. 30 years. I feel like I really started looking for my path at 17. I got emancipated at 17. Moved out on my own. Started looking for spirituality. Tried all of the major religions. Tried some of the minor religions. Tried the majors, tried the minors, and Buddhism found me at 22, and I have been so grateful that I found my path again, because, oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about what my life would have been like if I hadn't. Okay, so I'm all done here, so thanks for stopping by. Unless you have a personal reading, I'm logging off, babes. I'm tired. Got to see my boyfriend Tracker tonight. It's an inside joke. Okay, bye, everybody. Love you.